Fastball, slider, changeup, curveball for Brad Ziegler. 6'4". He was up to 200 pounds at the beginning of the season, dropped down to 190 as he began the year with some severe flu-like symptoms, actually, and lost some weight, which he was not happy about. He was trying to keep it up and keep the weight on. So Brad Ziegler for Stockton, opposed by a young, hard-throwing right-hander, Rafael Rodriguez for the Quakes. He was just added to the roster yesterday, actually, as Rodriguez took the place of Michel Simard, who was sent down to low A. And Rodriguez experienced a lot of success with the Cedar Rapids Colonels of the Midwest League. Rodriguez down a level below the Cal League was 5-2, a 2.78 ERA. He threw in 13 games and put together some impressive numbers. 74 strikeouts against 27 walks. That's a strikeout to walk ratio of 2.74. He allowed just a 220 batting average against by Midwest League batters. And so he now gets a chance to step up and try it against the Cal League. The Quakes are paced by two big hitters in the middle of the lineup, Brandon Wood and Howie Kendrick. But Howie Kendrick is nursing a strained left oblique, and he is out of the lineup. He is day-to-day. Brandon Wood, the very talented shortstop, is batting second tonight for the Quakes. Quakes and Ports, game one of a three-game series. Tomorrow night is post-game fireworks presented by Jackson Rancheria. Boy Scout night as well. Sunday, Father's Day, presented by Cat Country 103.3 and Anheuser-Busch. Kids can have a pregame catch with Dad on the field at 12:15. And, of course, it's a Sprint Dollar Sunday right here at Panorama Ballpark. You can call 209-644-1900 for tickets or visit online at www.stocktonports.com. Well, Ports entered the day in third place in the California League's Northern Division. 8 games behind San Jose. 3 games behind Modesto for second place. And that's relevant, of course, because the wild card in the California League playoffs is the third best overall record in the league. So the Ports, Nuts, and I would suppose the Bakersfield Blaze will be battling for 2 playoff positions as the season winds down, and that'll become relevant later in this season. We'll be right back with first pitch and starting lineups in just a moment. You're listening to Ports Baseball on 1420 KSTN or online at www.stocktonports.com.
Since 1950, California Welding Supply has been serving the area with 4 stores conveniently located in Stockton, Lodi, Manteca, and Tracy. California Welding Supply is a local welding supply company with a large stock of inventory, a knowledgeable sales staff, authorized service department, an on-site gas plant, and a variety of rentals to complete your job. California Welding Supply offers friendly, old-time service and responds to your request quickly. Call California Welding Supply at 466-8604. That's 466-8604. Or come by. They're just under the Center Street Bridge at 817 South Center Street. California Welding Supply looks forward to working with you.
If your nonprofit organization or club has an upcoming community event and you'd like to get the word out, KSTN can air your public service announcement for free, no charge, gratis. Send all the necessary information to the Public Service Director at KSTN Radio, 2171 Ralph Avenue, Stockton, California, 95206.
Garibaldi's Restaurant has an incredible menu that is sure to satisfy your appetite, serving a variety of your favorite Mexican and American dishes and a delicious lunch buffet Monday through Friday from 11 to 2 p.m., including Garibaldi's world-famous ribs. Call 463-9044. That's 463-9044. Garibaldi's Restaurant, 1675 East Mariposa Road in Stockton. Stop by soon.
The pregame show with Toby Hyde has been brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Have one today. Get ready for the first pitch of tonight's game. Next.
Welcome back to Banner Island Ballpark. National anthem completed. Time for some baseball. The Stockton Ports get their first look at the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. They swept the Quakes when the Rancho Cucamonga squad journeyed up to Stockton last May. Haley Stacia, of course, the Ports were the affiliated Texas Rangers last year, so I'm not sure that carries a lot of weight. Haley Stacia leads off. He's at second base for the Quakes, who come in with a record of 27-39. That's the worst in the South, second worst in the league overall. Brandon Wood, the very talented shortstop, who leads the league in home runs, bats second. Matt Pauley is in left field. Pauley will be hitting third. Bobby Wilson is the catcher. Wilson hits in the cleanup spot. Cliff Ramole plays first base and hits fifth. Ben Johnson is in right field hitting sixth. Blake Balcom is the DH. Balcom will hit seventh. Ivan Reyes hits eighth and plays third base. Anderson Rosario bats ninth and plays in center field for the Quakes. For the host Stockton Ports, coming off a 19-5 shellacking of the San Jose Giants last night. Dustin Majewski leads off. He's in center field. Majewski had a 2-home-run evening last night, his first 2-home-run performance of this season. Danny Putnam is in left field. Putnam bats second. He had a home run last night. Vasily Spanos didn't have a home run. He settled for a bunch of base hits. He hits third and plays third base. Daric Barton had a home run as well. He will hit the cleanup spot and play at first base this evening for the Ports. Kurt Suzuki handles the catching responsibilities. He felt sick yesterday and couldn't go. He'll be hitting fifth. Luke Appert is the DH tonight. He'll be hitting sixth. John McCurdy is the shortstop, hitting seventh. Luis Perez comes in riding a 12-game hit streak, and he gets his first nod in right field tonight, giving Ricky Rosnett the day off. And Eddie Cornejo finishes off the Ports order. Cornejo will be at second base. The Ports in the home white uniforms, red sleeves, red hats, red socks for the players to show off the socks. The Quakes in the road gray pants, black batting hats, blue jerseys with white Quakes inscripted across the front, black numerals on the back. Digging in from the left side, Haley Stacia, and we are underway as Ziegler winds, and a change-up strike on the outer hang. Stacia hitting .238. He is 24 for 101. 280 on base, 287 slugging. The 0-1 misses low with a fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike to Stacia. He was the replacement, or he is the replacement for Howie Kendrick, a switch hitter who throws right, 5'10", 160, swings and misses through a breaking pitch, 1 and 2. You'll see a lot of breaking pitches from Ziegler tonight. Spanos at third, McCurdy at shortstop, Cornejo at second, Barton at first, the Ports infield. Ziegler's 1-2, lunges forward and dribbles it foul up the right side. It remains 1-2. Ziegler threw a changeup, which is no surprise at all. The Ports outfield, Perez in right, Majewski in center, flanked in left field by Danny Putnam. Ziegler home 1-2 to Stacia, misses inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stacia, the ball game's first batter. Rancho last night fell to Modesto 6-3. Aaron Marsden the win, ground ball up the middle. That'll be a base hit into center field for Stacia. And the Quakes have the leadoff man on against Brad Ziegler. Well, if you're a Ports fan and you're looking for a good sign, it's a very positive development in the sense that if Ziegler's going to give up a hit, it better be on the ground. A ground ball pitcher, he needs to work at the knees, a fastball, a curveball, a slider, and a changeup. The fastball recently has been hitting 88 again. It had been topping out at 87 earlier this year, 84 to 86 more commonly. Right-hander set home to Wood, and this ball is roped in the air to left center field. On the move, Putnam at the wall looking up. See ya. That's a home run for Brandon Wood. And the Quakes lead 2-0. Well, Brandon Wood does what he has done to many Cal League pitchers this year, but he has done more frequently than any other batter in the league. That's his 22nd home run of the year. 2-0 Rancho Cucamonga. Well, that didn't take very long either. It was the first pitch he saw. That was not some fly ball either. That was a line drive. That ball might still have been rising, even a couple hundred feet away. Pauley, the left fielder, takes up high ball 1. A ground ball base hit up the middle for Stacia, and a line drive home run for Brandon Wood. Swung on and missed. 1-1. 2-0 Quakes. Ziegler hasn't yet retired a batter. He's been very good recently, has Brad Ziegler. In June, as he fires outside corner, strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. In the month of June, Brad Ziegler 2-0, and in 18 1/3 innings, he's given up just 2.93 ERA. That's outside. 2-2 to Polly. Polly hitting 265, 368 on base, 376 slugging. So not a lot of pop yet. A left-handed batter deep in the box. Feet spread wide apart. 2-2, swung on and missed. Threw a change-up, strike 3. That's the first out that Ziegler records. Hitting again with a Stacia single up the middle. Brandon Wood lined a home run to left even before a lot of the fans had hit their seats here on Friday. Big Valley Ford Mitchell and Ness Classic A's jersey giveaway. We've got some Catfish Hunters, some Reggie Jackson throwbacks, cool stuff. Wilson takes curveball outside, ball 1. Bobby Wilson, the catcher, hitting 290, 328 on base, 406 slugging, so hitting for some power. The 1-0 is a slider, strike, 1-1. 15 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 home runs for Wilson. A 1-1 on the way from Ziegler. Fastball that misses off the outside corner. Two balls and 1 strike. The hand circle around his ear, and the 2-1 is grounded foul. Last night the Quakes fell to Modesto. 6-3. The loss for Richard Thompson. The save Jim Miller. The ball game was played pretty quickly, actually. This was played in 2:35. 2-2, grounded right side. Barton plays the big hop moving forward. Gets to it, belt high, and trots to first base to retire Bobby Wilson. That drum you hear is a man called Crazy George. Crazy George, famous for creating the wave. It's quite an accomplishment. As he brings his drum out to ball games, 2 outs and nobody on. Ziegler winds and home to Remolay. That's a fastball outside, ball 1. He'll move the arm slot around. That time he dropped down a little bit. Wind blows out to left. It usually does here at Banner Allen Ballpark. A 1-0 on the way. Swung on and missed with a changeup, 1-1. Expect a pretty good Friday night crowd. They haven't even hit their seats yet, and the Quakes lead the Ports 2-0. 2 hits, Station, then Wood the 2-run home run. Ground ball towards third base, foul. Brandon Wood generates tremendous power at 6'3", 185. Not a big guy. That's the power of that speed as he whipped that thing through the zone. 1-2 the count to Remolay. Hitting 273, which is to say he is 3 for 11. No extra base hits yet. No walks either. 1 strikeout. Left-handed batter, the 1-2 from Ziegler. Breaking pitch misses outside, 2-2. That was a changeup from Ziegler. Two on the way is low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Ziegler has gone full. To Remolay. Remolay last night 0 for 4. The 3-2 grounded towards Spanos at third. Into foul territory. Spanos makes the grab. But that will be a foul ball, so we'll do the 3-2 all over again. Remolay struck out once last night as part of his 0 for 4 night. Rancho had 9 hits but managed only 3 runs. Modesto, by contrast, had 6 runs on 9 hits. That wasn't a problem for the Ports, certainly scoring runs or pounding out hits. 19 runs on 21 hits, both tied season highs for Stockton. Ball 4 inside and low. Remolay earns a walk, his first of the year. And the 2-out base runner for the Quakes. Ziegler just trying to get his team to bat at the bottom of the first. It's already 2-0 Rancho in the top half. And Ben Johnson will stand in from the left side. Johnson, a switch hitter, and the right fielder. Pretty close to the plate. Ziegler set at the mouth. Outside, ball one. Johnson hitting just .205, 18 for 88. This is 27th game. This is a roster that has seen a fair amount of movement. They all have by this point in single A. At .286 on base, the 1-0 was swung on and missed. He was over top of an off-speed pitch. 364 slugging, 2 doubles and 4 home runs for Ben Johnson. As the Forts welcome the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes to town for the first time in this 2005 baseball season. Ziegler set on 1-1. A short lead at first for Remolay, and fastball misses in and it hits him. It runs in and plunks him on the elbow. Johnson flicks away the bat. And now 2 on. With 2 out. For Blake Balcom. Balcom, the DH tonight for Rancho Cucamonga, hits .233 on the year, .290 on base, .343 slugging, 56 strikeouts and 172 at bats. He has walked just 12 times, and a very early visit from Port's pitching coach Scott Emerson. Perhaps that was to distract Ziegler from the fact that Port's backup catcher Roberto Arias is sprinting out to the bullpen with his gear just in case he does need to warm up a pitcher early in this ball game. Kaiser Permanente sponsors the Everyday Eddies Nahogang Kids Club in this 2005 baseball season. Kids Club members get a free general admission ticket good every Sunday through Thursday for his home game on the Sprint Home Run Hill. A membership card, t-shirts, special discounts, prizes, and opportunities, and much more. Call 209-644-1900 for more information, or visit online at www.stocktonports.com. Ziegler looks in. He's looking to the DH, Blake Balcom. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, and Ziegler will step off. Start it up again. Already 2-0 Quakes. A 2-run home run off the bat of Brandon Wood. He's done that more than any other Cal League hitter this year. Suzuki and Ziegler having trouble getting together. Suzuki will now walk out and talk to Brad Ziegler about the pitch selection. A runner at second, and I think they just need to get on the same page with the signs. Remember, a pitcher and catcher will go through a long sequence of signs to distract the base runner, and they need to know what system they're going to use so they don't confuse themselves. Balcom, 10 doubles and 3 home runs, 15 driven in. Ground ball left side. Spanos charges, has trouble with it, and everybody's going to be safe. That was a bouncing ball. Spanos had a do-or-die short hop, and it looked from here as though he was thinking about the throw before he had gloved the baseball. That'll go as an error on Vasily Spanos. His second in 2 games, and that's very unusual for Vasily Spanos. He's been very short-handed this year at the hot corner. And that is just his 5th error of the year, but he's now committed 2 in the last 2 ball games. So the base is loaded with 2 out, and Ziegler will work to Reyes. Right-hander to right-hander, and fastball misses ball 1. That was inside and low. Reyes has not hit much, 11 for 63. That's a 175 batting average. 1 double, 1 triple, 2 home runs, 7 driven in. 1-0, breaking pitch pulled foul outside of first, or outside of third rather, 1-1. Reyes, 6'3" and 200 pounds. Solidly built from Puerto Rico. Just turned 24 earlier this month. Played last year for Pennsylvania in the independent leagues. The 1-1, outside, 2-1. Ziegler, a former indie ball guy himself, he pitched for Schaumburg in the independent Northern League in 2004 before the A's organization signed him in June. So a couple of former indie guys. The 2-1, grounded outside of third and towards straight back, 2-2. Ziegler a breaking pitch to get ahead of Ivan Reyes. Reyes last year hit just 171 with Pennsylvania. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded, 2-0. Quakes, top of the first. Ziegler trying to stop the bleeding. Off the hands, popped up right side. Might be playable for Suzuki. It will not. And it lands foul. And the fans cheer. It looks like someone made a pretty clean catch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Ziegler's had to work hard in this first inning. He's thrown 6 pitches to the first batter station. Wood only needed 1 to go yard. But since then, no at bat has taken fewer than 4, and that was when he hit Ben Johnson to load the bases. Trying to stop it at 2-0 Quakes. 2-2 on the way. Slider low. 3-2. Reyes started the hands forward, but kept him back, and he kept him back just enough. Rusty Barrett behind home plate. Chris Schultz on the bases. Tonight, Ziegler's 3-2. Runners all moving. Hit high in the air. Deep to left. Putnam on the move. At the warning track. At the wall looking up. That's over the monster wall. A grand slam for Ivan Reyes. And the Quakes lead 6-0. A first inning that Ziegler would just as soon have forgotten has happened. That's Reyes' 3rd home run of the year. RBIs 8, 9, 10, and 11. 6-0 Rancho. A 3-2 pitch. Ziegler had to come in with a strike with the bases loaded. And Reyes muscled the fastball over the monster wall in left field. The 2nd Rancho home run of the first inning. And now the base is clear with 2 outs. 4 of the 6 runs are unearned. Ziegler winds and home to Rosario. Up high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Rosario will be the 9th man to bat in the inning for the Quakes. So the Ports brought their bats last night. They won 19-5. The 1-0. Slider towards third. Charging Spanos. He makes this glove. And he throws on the move. Low to Barton, and he gets him. He throws out Rosario. And that ends the first inning. For Rancho Cucamonga, 6 runs. They needed just 3 hits. There was an important 4th error, and nobody left on base. End of half an inning from Banner Island Ballpark. Quakes 6, Ports 0. We'll see you in just a moment on 1420 KSTN.
Join Roaring Camp as they celebrate 60 years of Thomas & Friends as Thomas the Tank Engine rolls into Roaring Camp for a day out with Thomas at his only Northern California appearance, July 29th, 30th, 31st, August 5th, 6th, and 7th. Thomas the Tank Engine will be taking his friends and their families on a 25-minute train ride through the Big Trees Grove. It's all part of a full day of family fun that includes Thomas & Friends storytelling, videos, and lots of other fun activities. And, of course, you want to meet Sir Topham Hatt, too. To reserve your tickets for a day out with Thomas, call 866-468-7630 or visit roaringcamp.com. Tickets to ride at a day out with Thomas are only $16 for adults and children ages 2 and up, plus a $2.50 service fee. And because of limited seating, reservations are required. So reserve your tickets today by calling 866-468-7630 or visit roaringcamp.com. This summer, give your child or grandchild a day out with Thomas. They'll never forget at Roaring Camp Railroads in Felton. Roaring Camp is where childhood memories come to life.
If you're buried with credit card bills, there's a secret you should know. Debt Relief of America can eliminate up to 75% of your credit card debt. That means principal and interest gone. Credit card companies don't want the average consumer to know about special recovery policies they have. Debt Relief of America negotiates with the credit card companies using these secret programs so that you can eliminate up to 75% of your debt. Call now for your free no-obligation consultation. 800-499-4351.
And now back live with Toby Hyde from the brand new Banner Island Ballpark on 1420 AM KSTN.
I am Toby Hyde. I am at Banner Island Ballpark, and thank you very much for tuning in to this evening's broadcast. The Ports come to bat in the bottom of the first, trailing 6-0 to Rancho Cucamonga. And Maestri, Putnam, Spanos, the first 3, Barton, Suzuki, Appert, the next 3, McCurdy, Perez, Cornejo. the bottom third in the Stockton batting order. He'll be facing right-hander Rafael Rodriguez, making his first Cal League appearance. 6'1", 175 for Rodriguez. 23 years old out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Signed as a free agent. And he pitched very well for Cedar Rapids. Has pitched for Cedar Rapids actually each of the last 2 years, including this one. Against the Port's offense that had a tremendous evening last night, one of their best nights of the year. And we're trying to duplicate that success. Steverson still discussing something with the home plate umpire as he and Rusty Barrett are getting into it. Steverson is really upset. I'm not sure exactly what he's upset about here. But now he has said his piece, and Majewski will start the fourth half of the first. Third baseman Ivan Reyes trying to explain the situation to the Rancho infield. Barrett's walking around with his mask off. Everyone's ready to play except Steverson, and Reyes has figured out whatever was wrong, and now we will begin the bottom of the first. 6-0 Quakes, 2 home runs for Rancho in their half of the first inning. Wood his 22nd. Reyes his second. Majewski takes strike one. Majewski leads the Ports, of course, with 13 home runs. He had 2 last night, 18 doubles, 2 triples, and 13 home runs. Now third in the league in runs scored. The 0-1 misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike with 50 runs scored this year. Hitting .281. He's been hot recently. .366 on base. The 1-1 outside, 2-1. .522 slugging for Majewski as he leapfrogs Vasily Spanos into the team lead in that category. The 2-1 outside, 3-1 to Majewski. For Rancho Cucamonga defensively, Reyes at third, Wood at shortstop, Stacia at second, Remole at first. The 3-1 at the knees, strike 2. Majewski had turned and taken 2 steps towards the first base bag before home plate umpire Rusty Barrett put up the right hand. Hawley in left, Rosario in center, Johnson in right for the Quakes defensively. Right-hander kicks, 3-2. That was ball 4, swung on and fouled off the left side. It remains 3-2 to Majewski. Rodriguez last threw against Wisconsin against the Timber Rattlers over the weekend. He threw 8 innings. He gave up 6 hits on 2 runs. The payoff. Majewski swings and fouls it off the left side. That was ball 4 as well. He's chased 2 pitches low and in. He struck out 5 and walked 2 in his final appearance for the Cedar Rapids Colonels of the Midwest League. That's the low-A affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of somewhere in Southern California. The 3-2 on the way to Majewski, grounded right side towards first base, foul. So that he has now wasted 3 full count offerings. He was 5-2 in the Midwest League with a strikeout to walk ratio of 2 3/4. That's excellent. 74 strikeouts in 74 innings, striking out a batter an inning. So he had shown he could get low-A hitters out. Time to try high-A. Here's over the glove and the payoff for the 4th time to Majewski. And this one fouled off, this time on the left side. So Majewski has now wasted 3 to the left side and 1 to the right side. Originally a 3rd rounder out of Texas. Majewski 5'11", 190. Rodriguez, 3-2 home, line drive into center field. That'll get down for a base hit for Majewski. And the Ports have the leadoff man in their half of the first inning. Majewski made Rodriguez work, and then he won the battle. A hard line drive into center. So he follows up his 3 for 6 night with a base hit his first time. Now Danny Putnam will take his turn from the left side. Putnam went 4 for 6 last night with a home run, a double, 4 runs scored, and 3 driven in. It was his first 4-hit game of the year. Rodriguez home, fouled off the left side, 0-1. Rodriguez, a fastball. It's usually 90-plus miles an hour. Baseball America bears reports of 97-plus. That looks completely fictitious right now. 90 to 94 more recently. And he's been topping out at 94, say the reports. The 0-1 is a throw over to first base. So looking to low 90s tonight. A good hard slider in the high 80s, mid to high 80s. And a changeup that, again, according to Baseball America, was a long way away. No balls and 1 strike to Putnam. I asked you at first. The Port's down 6-zip. Changeup, that was a long way away, outside 1-1. And when I said that the first time, I meant from being a major league quality pitch, but a prospect, no doubt about it, number 17th ranked in the system, according to Baseball America. 2 home runs in the first for the Quakes. The Port's trying to get some runs back here in the bottom of the first. The 1-1, inside corner with the fastball, 1-2. A rather deliberate home plate umpire tonight, Rusty Barrett. And now Putnam behind 1-2. The Port's lone all-star, Putnam hitting .299, 372 on base, 472 slugging. Waiting on the 1-2 from Rodriguez. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Well, we'd heard about the fastball, the slider, and the changeup, but that had an awful lot of vertical movement to be called a slider. As Rodriguez rings up Danny Putnam, and he records his first out. Now he'll work to Vasily Spanos. Spanos part of the Port's hit parade at the top of the order last night. He was 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, 2 walks. He was hit by a pitch. He scored 3 runs of his own. He drove in 2 more. A big, powerful guy from the right side. Mayeski runs well at first base. A short lead there. Breaking pitch misses, and it's dropped by the catcher. Mayeski will trot up to second. Wilson couldn't hang on to that one, and now the Port's a runner in scoring position. Crazy George, the man who invented the whip, along the first base side. So depending on your point of view, he either provided baseball a great fan amenity, or he provided endless hours of noisy distraction. 1 ball and no strikes. He is loud, though. Crazy George is very loud. I guess his name is well earned. Spanos hitting .304. Rodriguez home. Breaking pitch misses in. 2-0. 413 on base percentage. 513 slugging for Vasily Spanos. 5th in the league in on base percentage. Eddie Martinez Esteve of San Jose leads the league with a .463 on base percentage. The 2-0. Strike at the knees with a fastball, 2-1. He missed twice with the breaking pitch to start the at-bat. Came in with a fastball, 2-1 to Vasily. Spanos hitting .353 over his last 10 ball games, 12 for 24. 2-1, swung on and missed. He chased a fastball in, 2-2. 6'1", 225. Spanos, 24 years old, out of River Forest, Illinois. Played for the University of Indiana as a collegiate. The outfield plays him straight away. This is the Ports and Quakes' first look at each other. Rodriguez set, and a 2-2 on the way to Vasily Spanos. Fouled straight back, and just missed a fastball. Rodriguez jerks that front leg up, creates a little bit of deception with it. Able to hide the ball pretty well in back, so hitters don't see it until relatively late. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Vasily Spanos, trying to pick up Mayeski from second. He singled to begin the Ports first and went up to second on a wild pitch. A tremendous at-bat for Mayeski. On 3-2, he wasted a couple offerings. Fouled 3 off the left side, 1 to the right side, and then lined a single hard to center field. After Putnam struck out, Spanos also deep in the count. The Ports typically see a lot of pitches. That's been true again tonight. Spanos waits from the right-hander Rodriguez. Breaking pitch misses low. The catcher again has trouble with it. Majewski wants third. He will take it sliding. And the count is full on Vasily Spanos with one out and the runner at third. Remember, this is Wilson, the catcher, Bobby Wilson's first look at Rafael Rodriguez as well. Rodriguez just added to the roster 2 days ago. I don't even know if he's caught him in a side session in a bullpen. And he's having trouble with the breaking ball. 3-2 to Spanos. Low ball 4. That was a fastball and at Spanos' ankles. The Ports have runners at the corners with one out in the first. And remember, it's supposed to be a hard slider, and it has been moving pretty quickly tonight. So, very little reaction time for Bobby Wilson with a pitcher's movement he is unfamiliar with. And twice tonight that has gone off his glove. Low and hard to handle, but gone off his glove nonetheless. And now they bring the rosin bag out. Shortstop Brandon Wood throws the rosin bag into the dugout. Not sure where he had been hiding it. It's actually not a bag. It's actually an athletic sock filled with rosin. It drifts through the holes. Quakes 6, Ports nothing. Runners at first and third for Stockton. Bottom of the first, Daric Barton trying to bring Stockton a little bit closer. Left-handed hitter, open stance, hands are high. Rodriguez set and home. Fastball misses low, ball 1. Barton hitting .283, .410 on base, .425 slugging, starting to hit for some real power in the month of June. He's got 13 doubles and 7 home runs. Just 19 years old. The Rancho middle infield plays for 2, the 1-0 to Barton. Outside 2-0. Barton in the month of June hitting .317, 19 for 60 with 5 doubles and 2 home runs. It's a .500 slugging percentage, .425 on base. Waiting on the 2-0. Fouled off the left side. He already has 5 doubles in the month. That's just one off his entire May total. And he's only played 15 games in June. And the count 2-1. Barton a couple home runs in the final 2 games of the San Jose series. Last night 4 for 5. 2-1 is outside, 3-1. A double and a home run last night for Daric Barton. His first 4-hit night as a member of the Ports. 3 balls, 1 strike. Spanos at first, Majewski at third. 1 out, bottom of the first. Rodriguez home. Barton takes strike 2 with a fastball low and away. That's a pretty fine pitch on 3-1. 1 pitch away from loading the bases. That was a 2-seam fastball running away from Barton. And now the count full, 3-2. Suzuki gets ready in the on-deck circle. Rodriguez payoff to Barton. Out low, ball 4. And Vasily Spanos, who's running on the pitch, gets second on the walk. So now the Ports have them loaded. This is quite an offensive first inning after an offensive evening last night. Stockton beat San Jose 19-5 yesterday evening in a ball game that was played in 3 hours and 28 minutes. This is a Ports team that doesn't mind going deep into counts, which means their fans certainly get their money's worth when they come to the ballpark. Bottom of the first, the bases are loaded for Kurt Suzuki. He did not play last night. He was feeling a little bit under the weather. I bet the way the rest of the Port City wish he had been in the lineup. Rodriguez home to Suzuki. Strike 1. He took something off and he got it over for strike 1. Suzuki's been impressive with the bat this year, hitting .280, .397 on base percentage, .444 slugging. 14 doubles, 3 triples, and 5 home runs. And Rodriguez having trouble getting together with Wilson on 0-1. They will talk about it. Majewski at third, Spanos at second, Barton at first. Rodriguez lost Spanos and Barton on full counts to walks. Suzuki behind 0-1. Rodriguez set at the chest in the 0-1. Misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. That was described in the... 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out and the bases loaded. It's described as a hard-breaking slider, and it's looked more like a curveball. So I guess you can't believe everything you read. The 1-1. Fastball on the outside corner at the knees. 1-2. Suzuki rolls his head back in frustration as home plate umpire Rusty Barrett puts up the right hand. And if you're Suzuki, you got to say that's fine. Just give it to Ziegler. That looked a little bit below the knees and certainly near the outside corner, if not exactly on it. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Suzuki. The bat high, slightly open stance. The base is full. The catcher, Wilson, sets up in. A big early spot in the game. Off his hands, popped up behind home plate, out of play. It remains 1-2. That lands on the roof of our Toyota Town press box. The wind blows out to left field. It does that just about every night here at Banner Island Ballpark. The wind will drop as the night grows darker. The lights are on. Home plate and the infield mostly covered in shadow. The outfield mostly in sun. The 1-2. Suzuki hits this well in the air to left field. And it's deep on the dead run. The center fielder looking up at the wall. That's out of here. A grand slam for Kurt Suzuki. It's a 6-4 ball game. Rosario looked up and didn't have a play at the wall. Hoping to the last he would have a chance. An SJRTD round tripper for Kurt Suzuki. And he brings the Ports right back into this ball game. Suzuki's 6th home run of the year, his first grand slam. SJRTD runs a shuttle service before, during, and after every Ports home game. You can check the Ports website for routes and locations. Let RTD take you out to the ball game. Ziegler gave up 2 home runs and 6 runs in the top of the first. Suzuki didn't get in the lineup last night, but he acted like he did. He acted like it was still last night for the Ports. And right now it's a 6-4 ball game. The Ports had him loaded. Suzuki was kind enough to clear them. Just like his mother always told him, clear your plate. 1 out in the first, and Luke Appert will try to start things up all over again. At the knees, strike 1 with a fastball. Rodriguez just got a little bit of a visit from pitching coach Eric Bennett for the Quakes. Appert waits on the 0-1. The right-hander kicks. Inside corner, strike 2. Appert was moving the hands in to get out of the way, and now behind 0-2. Appert hits .257, .369 on base, .446 slugging. That's an isolated discipline above 100. Good stuff. The 0-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Appert can't believe it, but he will walk slowly back to the dugout. Appert took 2 pitches in that at bat that he both thought were inside. And it looks like he might have some folks in the stands who agree with it. 2 outs and nobody on, bottom of the first. A 6-4 ball game. And John McCurdy will take his cut from the right side. McCurdy comes to the plate accompanied by a song off Mike Jones's latest CD. Right-hander Rodriguez home, and a fastball misses low, ball 1. McCurdy hitting .244, .328 on base, .392 slugging. A 1-0 on the way. Fouled straight back. He didn't miss a fastball by a whole lot. He was right on that pitch. 2 for 4 last night with a couple walks, a run scored, and 3 driven in. He had a big early base hit with the Ports up 1-0 in the first. McCurdy lined a single over second base and a right center field for a 2-run single. A 1-1 on the way. In the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs and the base is clear. A Kurt Suzuki grand slam. The Ports offense here in the bottom of the first. The 2-1, low, 3-1. To John McCurdy, trying to reignite the Ports. He finished up that San Jose series 2 for 10, the 3-1. Right down the middle, 3-2. He did drive in 3 runs in the series. McCurdy, the 2002 first-round draft pick out of Maryland. And time is called. Remember in the first when Ziegler was struggling, the Ports reserve catcher trotted out to the bullpen? Well, Rancho Cucamonga's reserve catcher, Tim Duff, just joined his relievers out there. As there are already some guys moving around. It looks like someone's up on the hill as well. Remember, this is Rafael Rodriguez's first start in the Cal League. 3-2, swung on and missed strike 3. Well, he struck out the side in the first. But in between that, the Ports drew a couple walks, a base hit, and a Kurt Suzuki grand slam. 4 runs in the bottom of the first on 2 base hits. No errors and nobody left on. End of one of what turned into a home run-packed evening at Banner Island Ballpark. Quakes lead the Ports 6-4.
Penny Saver is the best place to sell your unwanted household items. For under $5, you can get rid of it fast. Some restrictions apply, so call today, 800-94-PENNY. That's 800-947-3669. Nobody can get your ad into more homes than the Penny Saver, so why pay more? Every week, the Penny Saver draws 10 winners for great prizes like cash, movie tickets, amusement parks, sporting events, and more. Look for it in the never-ending contest. Don't forget the free page, where something is absolutely free every week. No purchase necessary. The Penny Saver, where the best values are just around the corner.
I know what you're thinking about what I'm drinking, a diet, but wait and see. You know they granted all our wishes when they made it so delicious. What a diet ought to be. Diet Dr. Pepper goes down the line. Diet Dr. Pepper, there ain't no sacrifice. Diet Dr. Pepper, what a diet ought to be.
Oh, we're out of bottled water again.
All right. I'll have to run down to the store.
Your reliable Culligan man has 2 easy options for great tasting water right at your fingertips for pennies a glass. With delivered bottled water service or a state-of-the-art reverse osmosis system. Say, hey, Culligan man, for H2O so easy.
Brought to you by Icings, Culligan Water, the official water of Banner Island Ballpark.
Listen to Metro Traffic Updates Monday through Friday at 6, 7, and 8 a.m. and 4 and 5 p.m. on 1420 a.m. KSTN.
Ground ball up the middle. McCurdy to it quickly and fires across the diamond in time. He gets Haley Stacia as Barton picks it out of the dirt. 1 pitch and Ziegler retires, the first batter here in the second. Ziegler was in trouble immediately in the first as Stacia singled up the middle, and then Brandon Wood went yard. Brandon Wood now leads the Cal League with 22 home runs. Wiry, strong. Brandon Wood, 6'3", 185. Right-hander to right-hander. Ziegler home when he misses low. Ball 1. I would stay away from Wood after that first inning blast. He's hitting a mere .313. 363 on base. Breaking pitches escapes Kurt Suzuki's mitt, 2-0. 657 slugging for Brandon Wood. That leads the Cal League 7 points better than Billy Butler of High Desert. 2-0. Grounded hard but foul outside of third. 2-1. If you were to look down right now, you'd have to put Brandon Wood and Billy Butler of High Desert as the top 2 position prospects in this league, I think. The 2-1 from Ziegler. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Wood, because he plays a premium defensive position, shortstop, he plays it well. And, well, he's got 22 bombs in 65 games. The 2-2 swung on and fouled off. Remember, the strength of this Angels system is in its middle infielders. Last year, they had the very impressive Eric Ibar here in the Cal League. So the Double-A infield very crowded. It's probably one of the reasons that Wood hasn't been promoted yet. Oh, and by the way, he's only 20 years old. He just turned 20 in early March. The 2-2. Slider, strike 3 called. So Wood strikes out looking, and Ziegler now has retired the first 2 in the second. A first inning with explosive offenses. Wood a 2-run home run. Ivan Reyes a grand slam. Kurt Suzuki answered back with a grand slam of his own in the bottom half. That is certainly the first time this year that the Ports have been involved in an inning with multiple grand slams. Ziegler home to Polly. Check swing strike at the knees. 0-1. He struck out swinging his first time up. Ziegler has now struck out a pair. 0-1 misses in with a fastball, and Polly hops out of the way. A left-handed hitter, Polly, 6'1", 215 out of Houston, Texas. A 17th round pick in 03. Ground ball towards second base. Corneo takes 2 steps in after it. Sidearm to first. Polly retired. And so are the Quakes, 3 up and 3 down in the second. As Ziegler gets the side in order, and we'll see you in the bottom of the second, with the Quakes leading the board 6-4.
Feel better today. Call Elsop Chiropractic Center at 1625 West March Lane, Suite 101 in Stockton. They use safe, modern methods to keep hundreds of patients pain-free. Whether you've been in an auto accident, injured for any reason, or suffer from chronic pain, Elsop Chiropractic Center will have you pain-free in the shortest amount of time possible. They are the pain relief specialists, experts in getting to the cause of your pain, correcting it, and returning your spine and nervous system to normal, pain-free function. Call their office to discover your treatment options. Call Dr. Kerry Elsop today at 952-7117. 952-7117. Elsop Chiropractic Center, 1625 West March Lane, Suite 101 in Stockton. For injuries, auto accidents, massage therapy, rehabilitation, insurance billing, and easy payment plans. Call 952-7117 and feel better today. All the games are broadcast right here. Your home for Stockton Ports Baseball, 1420 AM, KSTN.
All right, Michael, ready, set, and go.
Bottom of the second inning from Banner Island Ballpark. I've heard some on the Ports coaching staff say this is the best hitter's environment in the league. And I could name a few hitters tonight that would probably agree with that. There's 3 different guys have hit home runs already. A 2 grand slam evening so far. Jackson Rancheria is presenting the fireworks tomorrow night. But Kurt Suzuki has supplied some already for the Ports, a grand slam, and it will be the bottom of the Ports order in the second. Luis Perez, Eddie Cornejo, and Dustin Mayeski. And Perez is the hottest Ports hitter by an awful lot. He rides a 12-game hit streak into tonight's ball game. Over those 12-game hit streak, or that 12-game hit streak, he's 18 for 42 with a .429 batting average. He had 3 of those consecutive ball games before going on the DL. Since returning from the DL, he's hit .400. You can't complain about that. 12 for 30 with 2 home runs. A 12-game hit streak, the longest by a Port this year. Hands are high above his head. The right-hander Rodriguez kicks. Fastball runs in and almost hits Perez. Ball 1. 6 feet listed at 160 from Venezuela. Luis Perez will turn 22 later this summer. The 1-0 outside, 2 balls and no strikes. He drew 3 walks last night, which puts him in pretty select company among patient Ports hitters. Only Daric Barton and Kurt Suzuki have drawn 3 walks in a ball game aside from Perez. 2-1 is a strike outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Quakes 6, Ports 4. We're in the bottom of the second. That's low. 3-1 to Perez. Rodriguez has struggled with his control. There's a left-hander getting loose in the Quakes bullpen. Only a couple possibilities. And the 3-1 on the way to Perez. Outside ball 4. Rodriguez walks his 3rd batter of the ball game. After a leadoff single by Mayeski, consecutive wild pitches advanced him to 3rd. Rodriguez walks Spanos and Barton in front of Kurt Suzuki. The bases loaded and ahead in the count. Suzuki could pick one. Rodriguez left it out over the fat part of the plate, and Suzuki hit that one a long way into left center field. His first grand slam of the year. He had a 3-run home run. Perez at first for Eddie Cornejo, a good bat handler, and he takes inside. Ball 1. Corneo, 5 feet 175 from Mira Loma, California. Attended the University of Oklahoma. 22 years old and a 13th round draft pick in 2003. The 1-0 line drive toward shortstop, caught by Wood, throws behind the runner to first, not in time. Corneo hit that ball hard. He lined out right to Wood. One out and a runner at first for Majewski. Majewski laced the ball to center field his first time up, falling in front of Rosario. He had a very long at bat. With the count full, he wasted 4 pitches, and then on the 11th pitch of the at bat, he lined one hard to center field. Perez at first for Dustin Majewski against the hard-throwing right-hander Rodriguez, who fires one hard over to first. The Ports entered last night hitting .266 as a team, 8th in the league in average. They left with a .270 average, now 6th in the league. That's what 21 hits in a night will do for you. 6-4 Quakes. Perez runs. Majewski takes. The throw down to second is in the dirt, picked nicely, and tag applied by Wood. Perez caught stealing. That's now Perez's second caught stealing. And you wonder if Majewski didn't miss a hit and run sign there. Perez did not appear to have that large a lead. A nice pick by Wood on the throw that was in the dirt to the third base side, and he got the tag down. The 1-0 inside. 2-0. That caught stealing brought to you by LoJack. You know that once every 25 seconds a car is stolen in the United States? Don't let your car become a statistic and equip it with LoJack. The 2-0 is fouled into the screen. 2-1. Visit www.lojack.com to find a dealer nearest you. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Majewski from the left side. You know, the weird thing about that caught stealing there is a guy like Rodriguez has been struggling with his control. The 2-1 is low. 3-1 to Majewski. And, of course, something to steal gives yourself the chance of picking up an extra base, but also puts yourself at risk for giving up an out, and you just give away a free out there to Rodriguez. The lights are on. The field now mostly in shadow. The 3-1. Hit hard, but foul outside of first. 3-2. For the second at bat in a row, Majewski's got the count full against Rodriguez. He's coming off consecutive 5-hit series. He had 5 hits against San Jose and 13 at-bats. 5 hits against Bakersfield and 15 at-bats. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Majewski strikes out, and that ends the fourth second. For Stockton, no runs, no hits, there were no errors, and nobody left on base. After a first inning that saw 10 runs combined between the two teams, the second inning saw a combined 0. We'll see you in the third with the Quakes up 6-4 over the Stockton Ports.
If you want to have a fantastic group event, look no further than Stockton Ports Baseball at Banner Island Ballpark. From all-you-can-eat Black Oak bullpen barbecues or ticket-only packages to awesome birthday parties. And don't forget everyone's favorite, the Jackson Rancheria Back Porch Bash. The Ports have something for every group and every budget. Call the Ports Group Sales Department at 644-1900. Stockton Ports Group Entertainment. They do all the work, your group has all the fun, and you get all the credit. 644-1900. Stockton Ports Baseball at Banner Island Ballpark. Call today.
Brings up Baker, the third baseman from Glendale.
Anybody with a radio can hear the Stockton Ports this season. But Sprint, an official partner of Stockton Ports Baseball, believes there's nothing like being there. So Sprint is giving away vouchers good for $1 admissions to the Sprint Home Run Hill for qualifying Sunday home games at Banner Island Ballpark. That's $3 off the regular price.
Whoa, it's going. It's going.
Vouchers available only at your local Sprint store.
Right.
Be there. Limit 4 vouchers per person.
Ports take the lead. 5-4.
Your business deserves recognition. The Sign Shop has everything you need to get noticed. They have banners, vehicle and boat lettering, A-frame signs, window lettering, magnetic signs, job site signs, and much, much more. The Sign Shop is fast and dependable. They'll accommodate any type of sign you may need, personal or commercial. The Sign Shop, 7720 Lorraine Avenue at Hammer Lane. The Sign Shop, 951-0227. That's 951-0227. The Sign Shop.
You're listening to Stockton Ports Baseball on 1420 AM, KSTN, Stockton.
With a second straight inning, a Rancho Cucamonga Quake swings at the first pitch and grounds out to shortstop. Wilson retired to begin the third. Well, I wasn't the only one a little bit surprised by that Perez attempted stolen base. Apparently, Ports manager Todd Severson was a little surprised and a little upset. Perez has been removed from the ball game, and Benny Winslow has been inserted into right. 1 pitch and 1 out, top of the third. Romole will take his cuts from the left side. Ziegler drops down, misses up high, ball 1. Romole walked and scored his first time up in front of the Reyes Grand Slam. The 1-0. Low, 2 balls, and no strikes. So Benny Winslow, who had a pinch hit last night and a tremendous diving grab, the 2-0, line in the air to center field. Majewski drifting after it into left center, slicing away from him, and he makes the grab knee high, still on the move. That ball had tail away from Majewski from the left-handed swinging Remolay into left center field. And Majewski able to catch up with that one. So Ziegler is now retired 6 in a row after the Reyes Grand Slam. He gets a new start. Go after the right fielder, Ben Johnson. A long first inning for Ziegler. He threw 33 pitches. He kicks in home to the right fielder, Johnson. Fouled off his hands into the screen, 0-1. Johnson was hit by a pitch his first time up. He scored as well on that Grand Slam. 6-4 Quakes. Top of the third. High, puffy clouds ahead. Some forecasts said rain. The wind blows out to left and the pitch misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. It was wet yesterday. Consistent drizzle up until the middle innings of the ball game. The 1-1 from Ziegler. That's a strike with a changeup, 1-2. Johnson started the hands forward and checked the swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The outfield straight away. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Ziegler gets the side in order for the second consecutive inning. With his third strikeout of the ball game. 3 up, 3 down. Middle of the second. Quakes lead the Port 6-4. We'll see in just a moment on KSTN 1420 or online at www.stocktonports.com.
Wow.
Well, what?
Due to popular demand, the Wow Card has been extended through July 3rd at Paramount's Great America.
Wow. What's a Wow Card?
You pay 1 full-priced admission and enjoy an entire season of fun for free, including the newly expanded Boomerang Bay Beach Club inside Paramount's Great America.
You are kidding me, right? Enjoy an entire season of fun for free after paying 1 full-price admission?
I'm not kidding.
Wow! Where can I purchase my Wow Card?
You can purchase your Wow Card today at participating Blockbuster and Safeway locations, and you'll be set for the entire season.
Wow.
Better hurry, though. After July 3rd, the Wow Card will then go away. Forever.
Forever?
Forever. For more information, call 408-988-1776 or visit PGAthrills.com. Paramount's Great America, the best of Hollywood entertainment, now playing. Get your Wow Card today.
Wow.
You're listening to Stockton Ports Baseball on 1420 AM KSTN.
How much time do we have left?
We have a winner.
Quakes lead the Port 6-4. 6 runs on just 3 hits for Rancho Cucamonga, but 2 of the hits have left the yard. A 2-run home run by Brandon Wood, a grand slam by Reyes. Ports answered back with a slam of their own, Kurt Suzuki. Launched one to left. And in the third, the Ports will set in the middle of the order. Danny Putnam, Vasily Spanos, and Daric Barton. Kurt Suzuki's now hit 6 home runs this year, and he still hasn't hit a solo home run yet. Danny Putnam plays left field, and Putnam will begin the third. He shares a laugh with home plate umpire Rusty Barrett before stepping into the box. He's a smart kid. Now maybe he'll get some extra calls. Got to talk to the man in blue. He makes a lot of decisions on the playing field. Putnam struck out swinging his first time up. Rodriguez, the lively delivery, hit well in the air to left. On the run, Hawley to the warning track. In front of the warning track, still drifting back, makes the grab. So Putnam drove it well to left field. Flies out on the first pitch of the at-bat. 1 out and nobody on in the third. Quakes 6, Ports 4, and Vasily Spanos, who walked his first time up, will stand in. Spanos walked on a full count pitch. Spanos, a patient hitter, has drawn 34 walks this year. He struck out 54 times. Fastball, inside corner, strike 1. Crazy George continues to beat on the drum here at Banner Island Ballpark. I might name him Manic George. Not so much crazy as energetic. The 0-1 misses in, 1-1. But I suppose they're fairly similar words anyway. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Spanos at the plate. The right-hander Rodriguez steps back, jerks home in the 1-1. Misses outside with a changeup, 2-1. He never puts the hands over his head. He steps back before he comes forward to the plate. There's definitely some jerkiness to the delivery. Creates some deception just that way. The 2-1 is low, 3-1. The ball does explode out of his hand. You don't see it until really late. 3 balls and 1 strike. Spanos likes to hit with the arms extended. Drives the ball frequently into right and right center. Has knocked a few onto the Jackson Rancheria back porch. 3-1, outside ball 4. Vasily Spanos draws his second walk to the ball game. Stockton's got a 1-out base runner in the third. And Daric Barton will come to the plate. Barton, like Spanos before him, walked in the first inning. Like Spanos before him, he came home on the Suzuki Grand Slam. Suzuki's in the on-deck circle. Barton does some grounds work in the batter's box before stepping in. 4 for 5 last night with a double, a home run, a sacrifice fly, and 4 driven in for Barton. That's low, 1 ball and no strikes. The 4 hits were a high in the season. The RBI is also a new season high for Barton. He's had 10 games this year with multiple RBIs. Waiting on the 1-0 from the right-hander. Rodriguez kicks. Barton takes. Strike at the knees with a changeup, 1-1. Wood, the shortstop, is playing right near the second base bag. A huge hole the other way for Barton through the left side of the infield. Second baseman Stacia pretty close to the bag as well. Reyes off the line at third. Romole holds on the runner at first. The 1-1 hit high in the air to right field. Going back on the warning track, Johnson just in front of the back porch, reaches up, makes the catch. That was major league height for Daric Barton. The throw gets loose momentarily on the infield. Spanos safely back to first. Barton hit that an awful lot up. Just a little more trajectory on it. He's looking at a tie ball game. He still made solid contact. Now 2 outs from Spanos at first. Rickert Suzuki. Obviously annoyed that he missed last night's offensive performance when Stockton added 4 home runs. Suzuki said, I can do that too, in a grand slam his first time up. Time is called in right field as the base umpire Chris Schultz points to something in the right field corner. And the right fielder Johnson, I think, will walk over and close the gate in right field. That's how vehicles and maintenance equipment gets onto the field through a gate in the right field corner. This is a sunken diamond. It's set below grade here, just above the water table. A couple feet above the water table, actually. We're on the north shore of the Stockton Deepwater Channel at the port's beautiful new home, Banner Island Ballpark. Right-hander Rodriguez set home to Suzuki. Fastball up in the zone, strike 1. 385 home to the water. 326 beyond the wall in the right field corner. 399 straight away. Just 300 in the left field corner. It gets deeper over the mini monster to about 375 in left field, we think. The 0-1. Inside, high, 1-1. I asked the man who would know how far away that left field corner is from home plate. He said, oh, that's a good question. We'll go out and measure it sometime. I'll tell you when we do. The left field wall is flat. That's the front of the bullpen. The Port's closer to center field. The visiting team closer to the left field line. The 1-1 to Suzuki is swung on and missed. He missed that fastball up, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 strikes. Spanos at first, 6-4 Quakes. All the runs in this ball game coming in the first inning. 3 home runs, one by this guy Suzuki. A long set for Rodriguez. The 1-2 on the way, in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Suzuki felt under the weather and couldn't go yesterday. 6 for 16 in Bakersfield with a double. A couple runs and 3 driven in. Just 2 for 9 against San Jose with an RBI. Waiting on the 2-2 from Rodriguez. Fastball off the outside corner, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. An automatic start at first base for Vasily Spanos. He'll be running on the pitch. Suzuki looking for another one to drive. There was some action in the Rancho bullpen an inning or 2 ago. It's now quiet over there. And the payoff to Suzuki. Spanos takes off, and this is popped up on the infield. Off with his nasty catcher, Wilson. Gives way to first baseman Ramoy, and he makes the grab in front of the warning track. Suzuki pops out foul. That into third. For Stockton in third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We'll be right back.
That lives up to its name. Heavy duty discounts. Get them now on every new truck at Big Valley Ford. Our summer inventory is packed. That means at Big Valley Ford you get bigger rebates up to $2,500. Bigger Big Valley Ford discounts up to $4,000. And financing as low as 0.9%. Check out all the savings at BigValleyFord.com. But that's not all. When you buy this weekend, you get to choose from 5 great gift packages from Home Depot, valued at $870 for no extra charge. There's no better time to buy because at Big Valley Ford, we're out to hammer the competition with bigger discounts, bigger rebates, and low financing. There's nothing lightweight about these savings. Check them out at BigValleyFord.com. Then come see us today and get heavy duty discounts only at Big Valley Ford, where low prices and our customers come first. Hammer Lane and Holman Road in the Stockton Auto Mall. With approved credit through FMCC. Home Depot package for customers who buy or lease a 2005 Ranger, F-150 or Super Duty, 1 for customers.
And now, some easy listening from Culligan. Crystal clear water, always refreshing.
Your reliable Culligan man has 2 easy options for great tasting water right at your fingertips for pennies a glass. With delivered bottled water service or a state-of-the-art reverse osmosis system. Say, hey, Culligan man, for H2O so easy.
Brought to you by Icings, Culligan Water, the official water of Banner Island Ballpark.
You're listening to the Stockton Ports broadcast live from the new Banner Island Ballpark on 1420 AM KSTN.
6-4, Quakes over the Ports as we go to the 4th. 6 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Rancho Cucamonga. 4 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Stockton Ports. Brad Ziegler has settled in nicely after that rocky first inning. He needed just 9 pitches in the second, 8 in the third. They'll go after the bottom third of the Rancho order. Balcom, Reyes, Rosario. Right-hander home, and he misses low, ball 1. He's needed 50 pitches combined to get through the first 3 innings. Balcom reached on a very costly error in that first inning. A ground ball that Spanos couldn't handle at third. The 1-0 inside, 2 balls and no strikes. The wind drifts out towards left field. The field now totally in shadow here at Banner Island Ballpark. The 2-0 on the way. That's a fastball strike at the knees, 2-1. Balcom hitting .233 this year, .290 on base, .343 slugging. 10 doubles and 3 home runs, strike 2-2. This is the first series between the Ports and the Quakes. But the Ports and Quakes see each other next weekend. The 2-2 listed in the air on the right side. towards the seats, and it will land foul. First base side out of play. It remains 2-2. Three home runs, 2 for the Quakes, 1 for the Ports in the first inning. That's been all the scoring. We're now in the top of the fourth. Ziegler winds, and the off-speed pitch is hit in the air to left. Putnam takes a few steps into the gap and makes the grab. Balcom lunged forward and lined it softly to Putnam and left. 1 out and nobody on in the fourth for Ivan Reyes. Reyes, one of the 2 big blows for the Quakes in this one, a grand slam in the first. Ziegler's first offering is a fastball hit hard but foul along the right field line. Reyes had entered the night hitting just .179, 11 for 63, with 1 double, 1 triple, and 2 home runs. Ziegler now ahead 0-1. Fastball hit hard down the left field line, hooking towards the pole, and that is foul. Reyes did not miss his second home run of the game by a whole lot, but he was able to pull that one foul. 0-2. Suzuki has a few words for Ziegler as he jerked that one. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out and nobody on in the fourth. Ziegler's 0-2. Slider, strike 3 call. Reyes rung up. That's Ziegler's 4th strikeout of the ball game. So after Reyes hit the first 2 pitches of the at-bat hard but foul, now Ziegler has 2 outs and nobody on in the fourth as he's trying to complete a circuit through the batting order and retire the side in order in the second, third, and fourth innings. They'll go to center fielder Rosario. Anderson Rosario takes fastball just off the outside corner, ball 1. Suzuki framed it. He wanted the call. He did not get it. Right-hander Holmes swung on and missed. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs. Rosario grounded out to third to end that first inning for Rancho. Swung on and missed again. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ziegler ahead of Rosario, hitting .133 this year. Swung on and missed strike 3. Ziegler fans 2 in the fourth. He gets the side in order. His 3rd straight inning that he has gotten the side in order. Middle of the fourth here at Banner Island Ballpark. Quakes 6, Ports 4, and here with our Valley Brew Sports ticker, Patrick Larson.
Thank you, Toby. A lot of action in sports world today. First, a few Major League Baseball scores for you. The San Francisco Giants play 4-0 win over the Tigers. Jason Smith threw 8 shutout innings for the Giants. Boston Red Sox over the Pirates 6-5. The Yankees over the Cubs 9-6. The Braves put up 10 runs against the Reds. A 10-5 victory. Cardinals 6 and the Devil Rays 4. And last check, the Phillies with a 1-0 lead over the A's in the 5th inning. The 2005 College World Series is underway. 2 games played today in the 8-team mini tournament. Florida with a 6-4 win over Tennessee, and Nebraska with a 5-3 win over Arizona State. That is a double elimination tournament, so both Tennessee and Arizona State still alive in the College World Series. In golf, the second round of the U.S. Open has been completed. Freeman, Olin Brown, Steve Goosen, and Jason Gore are all tied for the lead at 2 under. KJ Choi and Mark Hensby are 1 shot back, and those are the only 5 golfers under par after 2 rounds. In the end,
duty, neighbors united for the common good, honor, the faith that dedication to a noble cause is right, just, and good. Country, a vow to support our nation's people during desperate times. Duty, honor, country. We're the Army National Guard. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD.
The Army National Guard.
you can.
Sponsored by the California National Guard, heard by the California Broadcasters Association and this station.
Happy birthday, Robert, from the Stockton Boys.
In the bottom of the fourth inning, Abbott McCurdy Perez, the Freeport scheduled against the hard-throwing right-hander,
Now batting for the Tourists,
Rafael Rodriguez. 6'1", 175 from Santo Domingo. Rodriguez has a gold chain above his uniform jersey. Flaps around as he throws. Right-hander home to Appert. Breaking ball down low, ball one. Appert struck out looking his first time up. He thought two of those three pitches that were called strikes were inside. Waiting on the 1-0 from Rodriguez. And he takes inside. There's no doubt about that one. It was ball two. 2 balls. And no strikes to Luke Appert. Quakes lead the board 6-4. All of the offense coming in an explosive first inning. Fouled off the left side. 2-1. Appert out of the University of Minnesota. Played for 4 years as a Golden Gopher. 2-time Conference Player of the Year. The first since Barry Larkin to do that. The 2-1. Line in the air to center field. On the move, Rosario into left center field. Gliding now, and he makes the grab. That ball hung up for Rosario just off the end of the bat for Luke Appert. Not on the sweet spot, so it hung. And Rosario able to hustle over and make the play in left center field. 1 out and nobody on. And Rodriguez, like Ziegler for the Ports, has settled down, as he is not allowed a base hit since giving up a grand slam in the first inning. So a certain amount of parallelism between the pitchers. And he will pitch to McCurdy, who struck out swinging his first time. Fastball, letter high, strike one in outer half. McCurdy 0 for 1. The base is clear with 1 out here in the fourth. McCurdy hitting .244. 328 on base, 392 slugging. The 0-1 on the way. Curveball misses. I take that back. Curveball, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to John McCurdy. The smoke drifts up from the center field barbecue, so it reaches above the batter's eye. And the 0-2. Breaking ball low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Quakes 6 runs on just 3 hits. They have used a couple home runs to good advantage. And the 1-2 on the way is grounded to his counterpart at shortstop Wood. Smoothly picks it up in one motion, whips it across the diamond, and McCurdy retired. 6-3. 2 outs and nobody on in the fourth. That's 4 in a row set down by Rodriguez. And Benny Winslow will take his first at bat of the ball game. Luis Perez got the start in right field. He walked to begin the second inning, and against the pitcher obviously struggling with his control, he took off for second, trying to steal second base on the first pitch of the at bat. To Majewski, that's inside, and was caught trying to steal. After that, Todd Severson had some words for Perez in the dugout and pulled him from the ball game. Winslow waits on the 0-1. Ground ball towards second base. Bouncing ball into Stacia's midsection. He makes the play over to first. And Winslow retired on the ground out to second. The Ports go quietly in the fourth. We'll see you in the fifth of what is a ball game that has settled down very nicely. And now we'll see you in the fifth. Just a moment.
Gone! Today's low rates won't be here tomorrow, but you can find the best rates at Capital Resource.
Hey guys, Monty here to tell you about my friends at Capital Resource. If you're looking for a home loan or you need to refinance, you should call Capital Resource. Unlike some of the other companies you hear on the radio, they're not just a broker. They are your local lender, and there are no upfront costs, so they make it convenient and easy for you. In fact, their slogan says it all. Loans made, problem solved. I like to call them your heavy hitter when it comes to your home loan needs. Call locally, 209-333-3700 209-333-7790. That's 209-333-7790. Or call toll-free, 800-353-0078. That's 800-353-0078. Mention this radio ad and they'll even pay for your appraisal. Capital Resource. Loans made, problem solved.
California Department of Corporations, license number 603A724 under the Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Proud partner of the Stockton Courts.
Strike it rich at the all-new Black Oak Casino. Now with nearly 1,000 of today's hottest slots. 24 tables of live action card games. 7 new restaurants and bars, plus live entertainment in the Willow Creek Lounge. And more family fun with a huge new video arcade and bowling at Black Oak Lane. Strike it rich at the all-new Black Oak Casino. Proudly owned and operated by the Tuolumne Band of Miwok Indians.
Monday through Friday on your drive home, Sean Meade plays your favorite music on 1420 AM, KSTN.
Drew Langlois was still
through 4 innings. The Quakes 6 and the Ports 4. Stockton 4 runs on 2 hits with 1 error. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes 6 runs of their own on 3 hits and no errors. And here to describe the action for you in the 5th inning, Patrick Larson.
Thank you, Toby. The top of the Quakes lineup to lead off the top of the 5th inning. Stadia, Wood, and Pally. Stadia 1 for 2, singled in his first at bat, and then grounded out to short back in the 2nd inning. Came around to score on Brandon Wood's 2-run homer in the top of the 1st. Ziegler pitching from the windup. The first pitch to Stadia. The curveball slips out of Ziegler's hand and misses high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Ports defense playing the left-handed batter to go a little to the opposite field. The 1-0 pitch misses it inside with another curveball. 2-0 the count now. Hanley Stacia, a left-handed batter, his hands held near his ear. The 2-0 pitch misses low. 3-0 the count. As Ziegler, who's cruised through the past 3 innings, now struggling to find the strike zone here against Stacia. The 3-1, that'll be a called strike, as Stacia was taking all the way. 3 balls and 1 strike to count now. Ziegler working quickly from the windup. The 3-1 is lifted into left field. Putnam barely has to move a couple of steps in, and he will make the catch for out number 1. And Brad Ziegler has now retired 12 Quakes batters in a row, really cruising ever since he got into trouble back in the top of the 1st, giving up 2 home runs, a 2-run shot, and a grand slam, coming with 2 outs in the inning. Now batting will be Brandon Wood, the shortstop, with that first home run. The first pitch to curveball. It misses outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Wood. Wood, a right-handed batter. Ziegler pitching from the windup. The 1-0 pitch. Ziegler drops down. That'll be a fastball. It catches the outside corner at the knees for strike 1. 1-1 the count to Wood. Wood 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run and a strikeout. Ziegler's 1-1. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Had late breaking action down, and Wood a bit out in front of it, missed that pitch, and count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ports playing Wood to pull the ball. Wood a big power hitter. Ziegler's 1-2 pitch. Taking a breaking ball on the outside and low. 2-2 now the count to Wood. Wood, a right-handed batter. Hands held real high near his ear. Ziegler's 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. A breaking ball. Wood was way out in front of that off-speed pitch. And he goes down for out number 2. And Brad Ziegler really cruising ever since that first inning, in which he gave up 6 runs. Only 2 of them were earned. And now Matt Pally will step to the plate. Pally 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out in his first 2 plate appearances. Ziegler from the lineup. The first pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Pally. Bobby Wilson, the catcher, stands the on-deck circle. Wilson, a left-handed batter. Pally, a left-handed batter. The 1-0. Ziegler drops down again. This is a called strike on the outer corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Ziegler always likes to vary that arm slot. And it's the 1-1. Another side-on delivery. This is a 1-topper right back to Ziegler. He takes his time, flips it over to Barton at first base. And the Quakes go down in order 1, 2, 3 in the top of the fifth. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. The Quakes lead the Ports 6-4 on 1420 KSTN.
The best value, just around the corner. Penny Saver.
Looking for a gardener? Have firewood to give away? Offering music lessons, maybe? It's all in the Penny Saver. Interested in a classic car? Ready to sell that exercise gym? Kids? Asking for a puppy? It's all in the Penny Saver. Your hometown Penny Saver is loaded with community ads, discount coupons, and other exciting offers just for you. Don't forget the famous free page where stuff is really free each week. It's all in the Penny Saver. If you're looking for or wanting to sell that something special, the Penny Saver is your answer. Be sure and read your hometown Penny Saver for all the details. Join the millions who've already read their free hometown Penny Saver. Remember, it's all in the Penny Saver. Better prices, better service, better value. It's all in the Penny Saver.
The best value, just around the corner. Penny Saver.
Call 800-947-3667. That's 800-94-PENNY. All the games are broadcast right here. Your home for Stockton Ports Baseball. 1420 AM. KSTN.
Quakes lead the Ports 6-4 as we head to the bottom of the fifth. And both pitchers, Rafael Rodriguez and Brad Ziegler, have really cruised since a first inning which saw 3 home runs, including 2 grand slams. 10 runs were scored on just 5 hits. And neither team has been able to get a hit since the first inning. Both Ziegler and Rodriguez really settled down after their rocky first inning and have both gotten into good grooves and have not even allowed a single hit since the first inning. Due up for the Ports in the bottom of the fifth will be 9-1-2, Eddie Cornejo, Dustin Majewski, and Danny Putnam. Where Cornejo will be his second at-bat of the game. He lined out on a sharply hit ball to the shortstop back in the bottom of the second inning. Cornejo, a left-handed batter, strolls to the plate. He will step into the box against the righty Rodriguez. The Quakes lead the Ports 6-4 as we're about to get the bottom of the fifth inning underway. Rodriguez toes the rubber from the windup. He kicks. The first pitch is taken for a strike at the knees. 0-1 the count to Cornejo. Rodriguez wearing long sleeves out there. Bit chilly tonight. The 0-1 pitch misses low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Weather's definitely warmer than last night's game, but still a bit cooler than temperatures normally are in Stockton in the middle of June. The 1-1 pitch swung on and grounded towards second. I'll be fielded easy by Stacia. Throws on to first for the out. Cornejo is retired. So the first out in the bottom of the fifth inning. That will bring Dustin Majewski to the plate. Majewski is 1 for 2. He singled in his first at-bat and then struck out swinging to end the second inning. The Quakes lead the Ports 6-4, no runners on base. In the outfield, the Quakes will play Majewski to pull the ball. The center fielder, Rosario, shading into right center field just a bit, and the right fielder, Johnson, playing fairly deep. Rodriguez from the lineup. The first pitch is swung on and drilled into left center field. That ball will get down in 1 hop off the wall. Majewski will round first and cruise on into second with a stand-up double. 1 out in the bottom of the fifth inning. Majewski's second hit of the night, now 2 for 3 on the evening. Good piece of hitting there. Got a fastball in the outer half of the plate, went with it and drove it into the gap in left center field for a stand-up double. That will bring Danny Putnam to the plate. Putnam is 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out in his first 2 at-bats. Catcher Bobby Wilson returns to behind home plate after a quick conference with Rodriguez. And Putnam steps into the box. Runner on second. Wood, the shortstop, trying to keep him close. A big hole between short and third right now. Rodriguez comes set. First pitch to Putnam. A fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. 1 out in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Quakes lead the Ports 6-4. Dustin Majewski with a 1-out double to left center field stands at second base as Wood will try and keep him close. Rodriguez comes set. Checks the runner. He kicks the pitch. Swung on and drilled. That'll be through into right field for a base hit. Severson is rounding. Maesky at home. Plays the plate. He slides and he's safe. Very close play there. An excellent throw by right fielder Ben Johnson. And Maesky with a good slide to the outer half of the plate. The throw was a little on the first base side of the bag. Danny Putnam with an RBI single makes this a one-run ball game. Putnam advances to second base on the throw. And the score is now Quakes 6, Ports 5 with one out in the bottom of the sixth. Fifth inning. Putnam does a good job getting a pitch that he can hit hard and drilling it into right field. With the right fielder Johnson playing very deep in right field all night. Manager Todd Severson sending Maesky all the way, and he was able to score just in the nick of time, beating the throw. Rodriguez comes set. Batter Vasily Spanos swings at the first pitch and lifts it high out of play on the right side. No balls and 1 strike to count to Spanos. And Wilson will head out to have a little chat with Rodriguez once again. Vasily Spanos, the batter, yet to have an official at bat as he walked in his first 2 plate appearances. He scored in the first inning, one of the runners to come in on Kurt Suzuki's grand slam. The Quakes lead the Ports 6-5 in the bottom of the 5th. Rodriguez gets a sign from Wilson as Putnam takes his lead from second. Second baseman Stacia trying to keep him close. Rodriguez checks on the runner. The 0-1 pitch. That'll be a curveball. It catches the inside corner for strike 2. Spanos quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Patrick, by my count, I have right-hander Rodriguez now at 80 pitches through 4 1/3.
Rodriguez gets the sign from Wilson and comes set. Stacia trying to hold Putnam over at second. Rodriguez will check on the runner. He'll come home. The 0-2. Swung on and missed the fastball. Rodriguez blew it right by Vasily Spanos for out number 2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll bring cleanup hitter Daric Barton to the plate. Barton 0-for-1. Flew out to right and walked. Crazy George is in the house tonight, getting the fans into the game. This has got to be definitely totally the loudest I've heard Ports fans this season.
Yeah, hire that guy.
So Putnam steps into the plate, a lefty with a slightly open stance. Rodriguez comes set. No one holding the runner at second, and Barton will foul that one off his foot down the right side as he falls down. Daric Barton, the batter. Danny Putnam, the runner at second. That will be strike 1. 0-1 the count to Barton. Second baseman Station now playing deep in the hole at second with the righty Spanos up. He was trying to hold on Putnam at second, and now he will play his position as the Quakes are playing Barton to pull the ball just a bit. The center fielder Rosario playing just a couple of steps into right center field. Shortstop Brandon Wood playing behind Putnam, trying to keep him close. Rodriguez comes set, looks over at second, the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss from Barton. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes. Kurt Suzuki, who is 1 for 2 with a grand slam, stands the on-deck circle. Barton, the lefty, against the right-handed pitching Rodriguez. Putnam takes his lead from second. Rodriguez comes set. He looks at the runner, the 0-2 pitch. That'll be through the legs of Wilson, and Putnam will advance to third easily. A pitch that was low in the dirt. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll see if that's going to be ruled a wild pitch or a pass ball. It appeared that it was a ball that Wilson might have had a play on and could have stopped. We'll wait for an official ruling as Putnam advances to third now with 2 outs. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Barton. Rodriguez gets the sign from Wilson and comes set. The 1-2 pitch is taken high for a ball. 2-2 the count now. The Quakes with a 6-5 lead over the Ports. The Quakes with 6 runs in the top of the first. The Ports came right back, scoring 4 in the bottom of the first, and now I've added 1 here in the bottom of the fifth to make it a 6-5 game. 2 outs. Rodriguez comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and line towards short. 1 hop by Wood. Strong throw over to first. And Barton is retired. The Ports with 1 run in the bottom of the fifth on 2 hits. No errors. 1 runner left on base after 5. The Quakes lead the Ports 6-5 on KSTN, 1420 AM, or online at www.stocktonports.com.
Since 1950, California Welding Supply has been serving the area with 4 stores conveniently located in Stockton, Lodi, Manteca, and Tracy. California Welding Supply is a local welding supply company with a large stock of inventory, a knowledgeable sales staff, authorized service department, an on-site gas plant, and a variety of rentals to complete your job. California Welding Supply offers friendly old-time service and responds to your request quickly. Call California Welding Supply at 466-8604. That's 466-8604. Or come by. They're just under the Center Street Bridge at 817 South Center Street. California Welding Supply looks forward to working with you.
On the second and fourth Tuesdays of every month, blood pressure checks are available to seniors at the Lolly Hanson Senior Center in Tracy from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, you can call 831-4230.
I'm not the world's greatest cook, but now with my Culligan drinking water system, everything tastes better. Coffee, soup, pasta, even ice cubes. It was so easy. My Culligan man did a free water test and explained my options for better water. I like options. So to get clear, delicious water for drinking and cooking, just say, hey, Culligan man.
Brought to you by Icings Culligan Water, the official water of Banner Island Ballpark.
Dealer participation may vary. Contaminants may not be in your water. Expires October 31st.
Listen to Metro Traffic Updates Monday through Friday at 6, 7, and 8 a.m. and 4 and 5 p.m. on 1420 a.m. KSTN.
Quakes with a 6-5 lead over the Ports as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Quakes scoring all 6 of their runs in the top of the first. Ports with 4 in the bottom of the first. And then 1 run in the last half of the 5th inning. Brad Ziegler remains on the hill. The Ports starter. He will face Bobby Wilson. First pitch to Wilson. The curveball that misses just a bit inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Catcher Kurt Suzuki framed that pitch. He thought it was a strike, but the umpire disagreed. The 1-0 pitch. Ziegler drops down. That'll be a fastball. Catches the outside corner at the knees for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike the count to Wilson. Wilson's 0 for 2. Pair of groundouts. Ziegler working very quickly. The 1-1. Misses down and away for a ball. 2-1 the count. There is action in the Ports bullpen. Somebody getting loose out there for Stockton. Ziegler's 2-1 pitch. Swung on and tapped foul towards the third base side. Now it's now 2-2. Cliff Ramole stands in the on-deck circle. And Ben Johnson to follow him. Center fielder Dustin Majewski is now taking several steps into the right center field gap, shading Wilson to go opposite field. The 2-2 pitch, that's way inside, as Wilson ducks out of the way. And that misses for a ball. 3-2 the count now. Ziegler working from the windup, no runners on base. Top of the 6th inning. The 3-2 pitch, swung on and lifted down the right side. Is drifting foul, and that'll be out of play into the stands. The count will remain full at 3-2.
Patrick, that's Scott Drucker getting loose in the Ports bullpen, a right-hander.
Drucker, a right-hander out of Miami, Florida. It's a nice place, Miami.
He went to college in Tennessee, however. Former Volunteer.
Volunteers lost today their College World Series game to the University of Florida. Ziegler's 3-2 is swung on and lifted out of play on the right side. Count will remain full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Ziegler now up over 80 pitches as well, which probably explains the warm-up action.
And with both pitchers throwing a lot of pitches in that first inning, after the first inning, it had to be expected neither would go deep into this game. The 3-2 pitch is swung on, again lifted to the right side. High in the air, and that will again be out of play. Count remains full. There are no outs in the top of the 6th. The Quakes lead the Ports 6-5. Quakes scoring all 6 of their runs in the top of the first. Ziegler's 3-2 pitch out of a windup. Swung on and fouled straight back off the screen this time. However, remains 3-2. And Bobby Wilson continues to just fight off these pitches from Brad Ziegler, staying alive in this at-bat. It's really turning into a great battle here in the top of the sixth. Ziegler's ready. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted down the right side. Hard hit ball again in the stands. Again out of play. And the count is still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wilson, a right-handed batter, wearing number 27. Got a protective guard on his left instep, protecting from foul balls. The 3-2 pitch misses inside with a breaking ball. And Wilson, after a very lengthy at-bat, draws a leadoff walk to get the top of the sixth inning going. That'll bring Cliff Ramole to the plate. Ramole, the first baseman, left-handed batter. He is 0 for 1. He walked in his first at-bat and flew out to center fielder Justin Majewski back in the third inning in his second at-bat. Barton will hold the runner at first. Ziegler from the stretch comes set. The first pitch. Swung on and ripped over Barton's head. That'll be fair down the right field line into the corner. Winslow will go in to dig it out. Wilson will be held at third base. And that is a double for Cliff Ramole. Runners at second and third now with no outs. And the Quakes are threatening to add to their 1-run lead here in the top of the sixth inning. Ben Johnson now will be the batter. Johnson, the right fielder, is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and he was hit by a pitch. He scored a run on the Ivan Reyes grand slam back in the first inning. Johnson, a lefty, wearing number 8. Ziegler will pitch from the stretch with runners on second and third. He will check the runners as he comes set. The first pitch. This is outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. I'm a bit surprised to see Ziegler working from the stretch. This is a situation where he can work from the windup, which he seems to have been much more comfortable so far tonight from the windup. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lifted high and deep in the air to center field. Majewski going back. Both runners will tag. Majewski will make the catch on the warning track. Ramole will advance to third. Wilson will score easily on an RBI sacrifice fly by Ben Johnson. And that will give the Quakes a 7-5 lead. Blake Balcom will be the batter now. There's now a runner at third with 1 out in the top of the sixth, and the Quakes now lead 7-5. Balcom 0 for 1. He reached on an error by third baseman Vasily Spanos back in the first, and then flew out to left fielder Danny Putnam in the fourth inning. Ziegler pitching from the stretch. The infield is in. The first pitch is lifted high to left center field. Majewski going back. That ball is deep at the wall, and that is gone. A 2-run home run for Blake Balcom. And all of a sudden, the Quakes have turned this into a 4-run game at 9-5. That is Balcom's first hit of the game. A 2-run homer, as Ramole will come in and score. 3 runs have come across already for the Quakes, as now manager Todd Steverson will head out, and that will be the end of Brad Ziegler's night after 5 1/3 innings and 9 runs. Only 5 hits allowed by Ziegler. 1 error by the Ports that did cost them a bit. And we have a pitching change, so we're going to take a quick break. Ivan Reyes will be the batter when we come back, and Scott Drucker will be the pitcher on KSTN 1420 AM.
Sometimes you feel like you just can't take the pressure anymore. The bills keep growing. Collectors are hounding you at home and work. You just want a way out, but without filing for bankruptcy. Where can you turn? Debt Relief of America. Debt Relief of America can negotiate with your creditors to eliminate up to 75% of your credit card debt. They have a proven track record for helping people wipe out the debt that is ruining their lives. They do all the work for you. Chris and Michelle D. from Georgia write, admitting failure is a very difficult thing to do. Our financial situation required drastic measures. We turned to Debt Relief of America. It was the best decision we made. If you're ready to wipe out up to 75% of your credit card debt, get more spending money every month, and get rid of the financial pressure, call for a free no-obligation debt consultation. 800-499-4351. 800-499-4351. 800-499-4351. The information is free, and the call could change your life.
Garibaldi's Restaurant has an incredible menu that is sure to satisfy your appetite. Serving a variety of your favorite Mexican and American dishes and a delicious lunch buffet Monday through Friday from 11 to 2 p.m., including Garibaldi's world-famous ribs. Call 463-9044. That's 463-9044. Garibaldi's Restaurant, 1675 East Mariposa Road in Stockton. Stop by soon.
Turn it up at work Monday through Friday with Miss V. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1420 a.m. KSTN.
Quakes with 3 runs already in the top of the 6th. Now lead 9-5 over the Ports as Scott Drucker is the new pitcher for Stockton. Drucker on the year is 1-0 with a 6.28 ERA. This will be his 9th appearance. He has 1 save this season. He's given up 10 runs, walked just 4 batters in 14 innings, struck out 13 batters, so he's pitched very well as far as his strikeout to walk ratio. The first batter that Drucker will face is Ivan Reyes. Reyes with a grand slam home run in the first inning, and then struck out looking back in the 4th. He is 1 for 2. Drucker will pitch from the stretch with no runners on base. The first pitch is swung on and lifted just to the right of us in the Toyota Town press box. It will be strike 1 to Reyes. Anderson Rosario stands in the on-deck circle. Reyes, the 8th place hitter in the lineup. It's the right-handed batter against the righty Drucker. The 0-1 pitch. It's a curveball that Reyes just flails at helplessly as he was looking fastball there all the way. And the count is now 0-2. A really feeble swing there from Reyes on the 0-1 pitch. Drucker's 0-2 pitch, another curveball. This one bounces in the dirt, and Reyes lays off for ball 1. 1-2 the count.
Final line on Brad Ziegler, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 9 runs, 5 earned, 2 walks against 6 strikeouts.
Drucker will come set just above the belt. The 1-2 pitch is a fastball that misses just outside. A tough pitch to take there if you're Reyes, and the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quakes lead the Ports 9-5 in the top of the 6th with 1 out. Drucker's 2-2 pitch. The fastball this time misses low for ball 3. Count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There is 1 out in the top of the 6th. Scott Drucker on in relief of starter Brad Ziegler. Drucker pitching from the stretch with no runners on base. The full count pitch misses outside for ball 4. And after Drucker got ahead 0-2 to Reyes, he gave up the walk with 1 out, so now a runner on first as Anderson Rosario will step to the plate. The Ports defense will play at double play depth in the infield with McCurdy and Cornejo pinching up the middle, and Daric Barton, Ports first baseman, will hold on Reyes at first. In the outfield, the Ports playing Rosario to go opposite field, all shading towards right field. Drucker comes set. The first pitch is a fastball off the knees for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Rosario.
Patrick, a few thoughts about Brad Ziegler's night. You were right to point out he gave up only 5 hits on 9 runs. The bad part of that is 3 of those hits were home runs.
The 0-1 pitch from Drucker is swung on and fisted foul off the screen on the right side. 0-2 the count.
And one of the big spots in this ball game, top of the first, 2-0 and runners at first and second, a bouncing ball to third. Spanos couldn't handle it, a do-or-die short hop. And then the next hitter, Ivan Reyes, the grand slam.
Drucker comes set, the 0-2. Misses low and outside for a ball. 1-2 the count to Rosario. Toby, I think it's also important to mention that all 3 of those home runs came with at least 1 runner on base. And that will really hurt even more. Drucker comes set and he will throw over to first. Reyes will dive in safely. There's 1 out in the top of the 6th. The Quakes with a 9-5 lead over the Ports, 9 runs on just 5 hits. They were aided by that 1 Ports error. Drucker comes set. The pitch swung on and missed. Rosario goes down swinging. Route number 2, that is the second time Rosario has struck out. And that is the first strikeout of the night for Scott Drucker.
I think that's a good point, that all of those were home runs with guys on, no solo shots. And the final one, the 2-run home run from Balcom on Ziegler's 90th pitch of the night by my count.
Ziegler with a lot of pitches, definitely hurt by that first inning, which he threw a ton of pitches. The first pitch to Stacia is fouled off the left side. 0-1 the count. Stacia, the 7th hitter to bat in the 6th inning. After the Quakes sent up 9 batters, everybody hit in the first. And then the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th and 5th innings all saw the Quakes go down in order. Drucker comes set. The 0-1 pitch misses inside and low for a ball. 1-1 the count. Top of the 6th inning, 2 outs. Ivan Reyes, the runner at first, he drew a 1-out walk. And Anderson Rosario struck out for out number 2. Batter now is Hanley Stacia. The runner's going. There's a swing and a ground ball through the right side past the diving Corneo. Winslow will pick it up and throw to second. Runners will stop at first and third. So now with 2 outs, the Quakes have runners on the corners, and the very dangerous Brandon Wood will step to the plate. Wood 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run. On the first pitch he saw tonight, he deposited it into the bullpen in left field. Then he struck out in his next 2 at-bats. Wood, the 8th hitter to bat in the 6th inning for the Quakes. Drucker comes set. The first pitch, and the curveball misses way outside. Suzuki, a good job of lunging out to catch that ball. The count is 1-0. Suzuki lets that ball get by him. That'll be an easy run for the Quakes with Reyes running at third. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Drucker comes set. The 1-0 pitch misses low with a fastball for ball 2. Count is now 2-0 to Wood. And it looks like Drucker appears to be pitching around Wood a bit here, which could be a risky decision with 2 runners on base. Drucker comes set. The 2-0 is again low and outside with the fastball. 3-0 the count now. And on 3-0, I've got to think that Wood will be taking all the way. Although the way he's been hitting this year, you never know. Manager Ty Boykin could give him the green light. Runners on the corners. Reyes the runner at third. Stacia at first. Drucker comes set. The 3-0. Wood swings, and that'll be fouled back over the Toyota Town press box. For strike 1, 3-1 the count. Toby, it's always risky to give a guy the green light on 3-1. Because if he doesn't get a hit, and especially if he makes it out, you're always going to be kicking yourself as a manager. Drucker comes set. The 3-1, he'll fake the third, look to first, nothing doing.
You know, in this situation, as from the Quakes' perspective, I like giving Wood the 3-0 green light an awful lot. He's going to be a big league slugger.
The 3-1 pitch is swung on and lined into center field. That'll be an RBI single from Wood. And Stacia will go all the way from first to third, sliding. Wood will go to second. He will be out, trying to advance to second on the play, but a run does score as Ivan Reyes comes in for the Quakes' 10th run of the game. Wood is retired at second, trying to advance on the throw. But the Quakes with 4 runs in the 6th inning on just 3 hits. The runs stay ahead of the hits as they have 10 runs and 7 hits overall. They lead 10-5 heading to the bottom of the 6th on 1420 KSDN.
I feed your cat, I fold your undies at the laundromat. Unless you want me to have them dry clean, I get paid for that. I'm sitting the bed, I'm waiting your head. I'm saving you all my time, but this Dr. Pepper is mine. I'm a rich taste, forget it. This Dr. Pepper is mine. One taste and you get it. Oh baby, this Dr. Pepper is mine.
Hello, Best Western. Hi, I'd like to book a room.
Sure. How long?
5 months, so 161 days.
161 days?
Yep, don't want to miss out on any of the bobbleheads.
Wow, I guess so.
Actually, not for me, though. They're for my son. Yeah, that's it.
I'm sure they are. Stay at any Best Western in California, Nevada, and Hawaii now through September 15th and ask for the baseball rate. You'll get up to 25% off your stay and get a free limited edition bobblehead, a different Major League star in their minor league uniform with each stay. Log on to TravelBestWestern.com for additional terms or call 800-WESTERN. Guests must register order in advance and quantities are limited.
Arts funding in California is at a crisis point, but you can help. By purchasing an Arts license plate, you know, the one with the palm trees and sunset, you'll help restore arts programs in schools, communities, and neighborhoods. Call the California Arts Council at 1-800-201-6201. That's 1-800-201-6201. Or go online to www.cac.ca.gov. With your help, we can move the arts center stage again in California.
You're listening to Stockton Ports Baseball on 1420 AM, KSTN, Stockton.
We head to the bottom of the sixth inning as the Quakes lead the Ports 10-5. Rafael Rodriguez's night is done in his first start of the season in the Cal League. He is relieved by a left-hander, Nick Touchstone. For Touchstone, this is just his fourth game of the year. He has no record, but an ERA of 31.5. He's only pitched in 2 innings, giving up 5 hits and 7 runs. He's walked 5 batters and struck out 2.
Yikes.
Had a lot of control problems so far. And he will come in to pitch the bottom of the sixth for the Quakes as they lead 10-5. The Quakes with 6 runs in the first and 4 in the sixth. The Ports with 4 in the first and 1 in the fifth to get to their 5 runs. The Quakes with 10 runs on just 7 hits. The Ports also have more runs than hits with 5 runs on 4 hits. The Quakes have yet to commit an error. The Ports have 1 so far tonight, which has contributed to 0 of those Quakes runs.
Patrick, I just want to finish the thought from the Brandon Wood at bat, swinging 3-0. Brandon Wood has shown the tools to be a big league guy this year. He's a guy who's looks like he'll be a slugger at the big league level. He's going to want to hit 3-0 at the big league. The point here is not winning ball games, but developing ball players. So why not?
Touchstone, the lefty comes set against Kurt Suzuki. A fastball to the first pitch. This is outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Touchstone, a left-hander, pitching from the stretch. He comes set at the belt, the 1-0. This is high for a ball, 2-0 the count. And so far, Touchstone living up to his reputation, having a bit of trouble finding the strike zone. The Quakes defense playing Suzuki straight up. Touchstone comes set, the 2-0 pitch. Misses low and inside for ball 3. And Touchstone has probably come in the first 3 pitches he's thrown. All fastballs have been balls. Luke Appert stands the on-deck circle for the Ports. Touchstone comes set. The 3-0 pitch. Suzuki takes it low for ball 4, and Touchstone comes in, promptly issues a 4-pitch walk to Suzuki. And I think, unlike the Brandon Wood situation on 3-0, with a pitcher like Touchstone coming in who's walked a lot of batters, you don't even have to think about it. It's an automatic take no matter who the batter is on 3-0.
Oh, absolutely right. A completely different situation. Wood was at the plate with guys in scoring position looking for runs with 1 out. Suzuki had a guy Touchstone, who is clearly not in touch with home plate.
Touchstone has now walked 6 batters in 2+ innings. Luke Appert now the batter. He takes the first pitch, a fastball alone inside for a ball, 1-0 the count. Suzuki, the runner at first, with no outs in the bottom of the 6th. Cliff Rumole holding him on over at the bag. The Quakes in the infield playing at double play depth. The 1-0 from Touchstone is a called strike. 1-1. And on his 6th pitch of the inning, Touchstone finally finds the strike zone.
A strange year for Touchstone. He was 1-4 at low A with 29 walks in 23 innings before being promoted to high A. That's sort of odd.
The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball, and this is way high. The first breaking ball Touchstone has thrown.
Yeah, and I can see why he didn't throw it before. Appert's 5'11". That pitch was 6'4".
That pitch was well over Appert's head. Didn't have much break to it either. Appert, a left-handed batter with a slightly open stance, does not wear batting gloves against his now Touchstone. The 2-1 is another breaking ball. This one misses in the dirt, so he's throwing 1 high and 1 low.
As long as we're talking about the heights of the pitches, if the previous one was 6'4", that one was about 6 inches.
The count is now 3-1 to Appert. Touchstone having a really difficult time. I mean, 2 batters he's faced thus far finding the strike zone. There is no action right now in the Quakes bullpen. Touchstone comes set at the belt. The 3-1 is taken for ball 4, low and outside on a fastball. And Touchstone has come in and issued back-to-back walks to Suzuki and Appert.
My first thought was to look out into the Rancho dugout to see if he was going to get himself a little visit. But what you get is there we go.
So we do have a visit. Coach is wearing a jacket, but it appears to be the pitching coach, Eric Bennett. Can't see his number.
That's Bennett.
And most of the infield is heading towards the pitcher's mound, but now the first baseman, Ramole, heading back towards his position. So now it's just Bennett, the catcher, Wilson, and Touchstone. And right now, if I'm the Ports, I seriously consider taking 2 strikes at this point, because Touchstone has only thrown 1 to 2 batters that he's faced.
I would bet that you and Todd Severson thinking along the same line. Severson, a few words for McCurdy in the batter's box.
McCurdy, the right-handed batter, is 0 for 2. Struck out in his first at-bat and grounded to short in his second at-bat. Ramole will not hold the runner Appert at first. He will play behind Appert. And it's up the middle. The Quakes playing double play depth. The first pitch to McCurdy is a called strike with a fastball. 0-1 the count. And whatever pitching coach Eric Bennett said seems to have worked, at least temporarily, to help Touchstone find the strike zone. Touchstone looks into his catcher Wilson, gets the sign, and comes set at the belt. He kicks the 0-1 pitch. It's a breaking ball. This one bounced in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 the count. And Touchstone, I believe, has now thrown 4 curveballs, and none of them have been anywhere near the strike zone.
His trend also in his appearances has been bad. 1 run in his first Cal League appearance, 2 in his second, 4 in his third. So that's a pretty clear series. Now we'll get 8. 1, 2, 4, 8, right?
Makes sense.
Doubling each time.
The 1-1 pitch is swung on and lifted high, out of play on the right side. 1-2 the count. I was a little surprised to see McCurdy swinging there. But with 1 strike already in the count, you can't be too patient. So the count is now 1-2 with no outs. Runners on first and second. Suzuki at second. Appert the runner at first. First 2-strike count Touchstone has gotten to. The 3 batters that he's faced. Ramole not holding Appert over at first, playing well behind him. Second baseman Stacia trying to keep Suzuki near the bag at second. Touchstone's 1-2 pitch is a curveball. Misses again, this one high. 2-2 the count, and he's still yet to throw a curveball for a strike. So if I'm a Ports hitter right now, I'm sitting fastball, dead red, all the way. As I'm sure McCurdy is looking for the fastball now. Touchstone will step off the rubber. He does not agree with the signs that Wilson's putting down. Gets back on top of the mound, gets the sign from Wilson. He will come set. He kicks the 2-2 pitch. It's swung on and lifted high down the right side. That'll drift foul out of play.
That was a pretty good swing at a 2-strike fastball. I think you and McCurdy were thinking along the same lines about the fastball.
The guy who's attempted to throw 4 or 5 curveballs now has yet to come really anywhere near the strike zone with any of them. You've got to be looking for a fastball in this situation. Runners on first and second. No outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. The Quakes with a 10-5 lead over the Ports. Touchstone comes set. The 2-2 is another fastball, and again lifted high. Out of play down the right side. The count will remain 2-2.
You can't totally switch fastball to Dick. It's not like 3-1. You have to at least respect his ability to throw a breaking pitch.
Touchstone will look into Wilson to get his sign as Suzuki and Appert take their leads from second and first. Touchstone comes set. The 2-2. Another fastball again fouled off the right side out of play. Count will remain 2-2.
Good location on that fastball in on McCurdy's hands.
And if you're Touchstone in this situation, you've thrown 4 or 5 fastballs in a row. McCurdy's been late on all of them, but he's been able to get a piece. Now seems like a good time to drop in a curveball, maybe catch him unsuspecting, and you get him for strike 3. Touchstone gets his sign and comes set. He kicks the 2-2. Another fastball again fouled off. This one over our heads in the Toyota Town press box. The count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. There appears to be movement, at least, in the Rancho Cucamonga bullpen. No one is throwing right now, but there is a pitcher standing up. He looks like he's getting ready to throw.
David Austin had been getting loose. I think he's now done throwing.
Touchstone comes set. The 2-2. Another fastball again lifted high out of play off the right side.
He's been trying to work McCurdy in. That's 3 in a row that his catcher Wilson has set up on the extreme inside edge of the plate. 2 were in off of the handle of the bat, and 1 he missed up and away, and that was the one McCurdy had the best swing at.
Touchstone doing a better job of hitting his spots in this at-bat to McCurdy, who's all over the place, facing Suzuki and Appert. Suzuki, the runner at second, Appert at first. No outs in the bottom of the 6th. Touchstone comes set, the 2-2. Another fastball. This one is bounced up the middle, could be 2. Wood stands on the bag for 1, throws over to first, a double play, and Touchstone appears to be working himself out of a jam as he now has 2 outs and just 1 runner on base as Suzuki advances to third. That was a good pitch there from Touchdown. He was able to jam McCurdy as he had the previous 3 or 4 pitches, and McCurdy chopped one right towards Wood. An easy double play turn by the Quakes. That'll bring Benjamin Winslow to the plate. Winslow 0 for 1. He grounded out to second in his first at-bat. The first pitch is a fastball that misses low and away for a ball. 1-0 count to Winslow. The Quakes lead 10-5 over the Ports. Touchstone continues to pitch from the stretch. The 1-0. Another fastball misses low and outside. 2-0 now the count to Winslow. Ports second baseman Eddie Cornejo stands in the on-deck circle. As Touchstone gets his sign, comes set just below the belt, the 2-0. Another fastball swing and a miss by Winslow. As Touchstone blew that fastball right by Winslow. 2 balls and 1 strike to count now. The Quake defense playing Winslow straight up. Touchstone comes set, the 2-1. Fastball, called strike. 2-2 now the count. Crazy George trying to get the Ports fans into the game. Give the Ports some support here as they trail 10-5. The 2-2 swung on, a little flare, and Anastasia will come in and make the catch after he first broke back on that ball. He's able to make the catch for out number 3. So after the first 2 batters, Suzuki and Appert draw walks. The Ports fail to score. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. As we head to the 7th, the Quakes lead the Ports 10-5.
The Penny Saver is the best place to sell your unwanted household items. For under $5, you can get rid of it fast. Some restrictions apply, so call today, 800-94-PENNY. That's 800-947-3669. Nobody can get your ad into more homes than the Penny Saver, so why pay more? Every week, the Penny Saver draws 10 winners for great prizes like cash, movie tickets, amusement parks, sporting events, and more. Look for it in the never-ending contest. Don't forget the free page, where something is absolutely free every week. No purchase necessary. The Penny Saver, where the best values are just around the corner.
Baseball season is here, and Sprint is ready for it with the best lineup out there. We're more than cell phones. We offer the most advanced wireless technology in the business. Voice, camera, multimedia, and email. Fantastic deals. Great coverage throughout the entire Stockton area. Hands down the best wireless buy for the buck. Sprint is proud to be an official partner of Stockton Ports Baseball and sponsor of Home Run Hill at the new Banner Island Ballpark. Visit your local Sprint store today in Stockton, Modesto, and Tracy.
Planning for your next Ports home game? San Joaquin RTD makes it easy with their new downtown trolley loop. A 25-cent ride connects you to downtown restaurants and parking. So next time, let San Joaquin RTD take you out to the ball game. Of course, you already know the trolleys run during every Ports home game. But did you know they also run weekdays 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night until 11? So even if the Ports aren't in town, you can still enjoy downtown restaurants, businesses, and entertainment on the San Joaquin RTD trolley.
Win a free lunch to work. Every Wednesday, a Big Ed 24-inch party pizza from Eddie's Pizza is given away. Listen for details on how you can win on 1420 AM. KST.
We head to the 7th as the Quakes with a 10-5 lead over the Ports. And for the remainder of tonight's play-by-play action, here is Ports broadcaster Toby Hyde.
10-5. Rancho leads Stockton tonight. Pauly, Wilson, and Remaway due to bat in the 7th. Scott Drucker will begin his first full inning. He came on for Brad Ziegler with 1 out in the 6th. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 9 runs, 5 earned for Ziegler tonight. Fastball strike 1.5 to Pauly. Tonight our Beacons prospect report catches up with, as far as I'm concerned, the top pitcher in the Cal League this year. He's no longer in the Cal League. The 0-1 is a breaking pitch high. Ball one. Edison Volquez, the former Port. He pitched for Stockton last year. A complete game for the Frisco Rough Riders last night. 9 innings, 3 hits in his third Texas League start. I think he's adjusting fine. The 1-1 lined in the air to right, going back. Winslow at the warning track, hopping in the air, and Winslow makes the grab. On the warning track, he takes extra bases away from Matt Polly. At the corner of the Jackson Rancheria back porch, Winslow made a leap on the warning track and made the grab. So Edison Volquez clearly on the move. 7 strikeouts against just 2 walks. And Bobby Wilson, the catcher, against right-hander Scott Drucker. Tremendous start last night in the Texas League. That's low in the dirt at a breaking pitch, 1-0. That was tonight's Prospect Report, brought to you by Beacons Moving and Storage. On the run or on the move since 1891. The 1-0 from Drucker is a fastball at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wilson is 0 for 2 officially, a couple infield groundouts. He has also walked and scored. That was in the 6th, Ziegler's final inning of work. Drucker's 1-1 home is a fastball grounded off home plate on the left side towards the Quakes dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th. Each team scored. Each team had a grand slam in the first inning. The 1-2 from Drucker. Fastball, strike 3, called at the knees. Bobby Wilson rung up, and that is Drucker's second out of the 7th inning. Drucker came in with the bases clear in the 6th and walked Ivan Reyes. He struck out Rosario and then gave up hits to Stacia and an RBI single to Wood, but Wood was thrown out trying to advance to second base. He's now got the first 2 outs in the 7th and will go after the first baseman, Cliff Remolay. Fastball, strike 1, outer half. Remolay is 1 for 2, a double in the 6th. He came in to score on Blake Balcom's home run. That was the last pitch of the night Brad Ziegler threw. It was his 90th offering. The 0-1 dribbled against home plate. Suzuki out in front of the plate and will play it foul outside of the first base line. 0-2. After Remolay, Johnson. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Night sky black above us here at Banner Island Ballpark on the North Shore of the Stockton Deepwater Channel. Post-game fireworks tomorrow night presented by Jackson Rancheria. Sunday, Father's Day, presented by Cat Country and Anheuser-Busch. The 0-2. Line drive towards shortstop, base hit over McCurdy's head and into left field. Putnam to it quickly, gets to it on 3 hops, and holds Remolay to a single. Sunday, pregame Cats with Dad on the field. 12:15 Sprint Dollars Sunday. Also, the winner of a drawing here on KSTN, Albert Garibaldi, will be throwing out the first pitch. So, busy weekend here at Banner Island Ballpark. Call 209-644-1900 for tickets or visit online, StocktonPorts.com. Johnson, the right fielder, hitless tonight, although he's been productive. A hit by pitch and a run scored in the first. A sacrifice fly in the 6th. Officially 0 for 1. He takes low, ball 1 with a strikeout in the 3rd. That is only official at bat of the evening. The runner at first is Remolay. Left-handed hitter Johnson against the right-handed throwing Drucker. The 1-0, high and away, 2 balls, and no strikes. Quakes lead the Port 10-5. After the Port's big victory last night, 2-0 is fouled off the hands. Left side, Spanos on the run along the foul line, and that is just foul on the warning track. Spanos was running straight away from home plate. And that ball landed just a few feet beyond Vasily Spanos. Two balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. Johnson just popped it foul the other way. Slightly open stance, crouched over left side, just slightly. 5'11", 205 from Bellevue, Washington. He played last year for Provo. That's a rookie-level club. The 2-1 is hit high in the air to left field. On the move, Putnam, Majewski together in left center field. Majewski on the warning track makes the grab. That ball had more loft than it had distance, which is a good thing for Scott Drucker and the Ports. As in the 7th for Rancho Cucamonga, no runs, a 2-out base hit, and 1 man left at first base. Time to stretch him out, middle of the 7th. Ports trail 10-5 to the Quakes. We'll see in just a moment in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Wow.
Wow, what?
Due to popular demand, the Wow Card has been extended through July 3rd at Paramount's Great America.
Wow. What's a Wow Card?
You pay one full-priced admission and enjoy an entire season of fun for free, including the newly expanded Boomerang Bay Beach Club inside Paramount's Great America.
You are kidding me, right? Enjoy an entire season of fun for free after paying one full-price admission?
I'm not kidding.
Wow! Where can I purchase my Wow Card?
You can purchase your Wow Card today at participating Blockbuster and Safeway locations, and you'll be set for the entire season.
Wow.
Better hurry, though. After July 3rd, the Wow Card will then go away. Forever.
Forever?
Forever. For more information, call 408-988-1776 or visit PGAthrills.com. Paramount's Great America, the best of Hollywood entertainment, now playing. Get your Wow Card today.
Wow. Bring the family to West Lane Bowl, 3900 North West Lane in Stockton. There's open bowling daily. Sign up now for summer, junior, adult, and senior bowling leagues. Call 466-3317 for more information. Stop by before or after the game. West Lane Bowl has a coffee shop open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And the Score Sports Bar with 11 TVs featuring the MLB Extra Innings package for the person who can't get enough baseball. For good food and good times, stop by West Lane Bowl, 3900 North West Lane in Stockton.
And now back live with Toby Hyde from the brand new Banner Island Ballpark on 1420 AM KSTN.
Balcom, Reyes, and Rosario in the top of the 8th for Rancho. But before we get there, the bottom of the 7th for the Ports. Cornejo, Majewski, Putnam, 9-1-2 in the Ports order. Cornejo was 0 for 2 tonight. He lined out hard to shortstop in the 2nd. He grounded out to second base in the 5th. Each team a grand slam in the first inning as the Quakes led 6-4 after the first. Cornejo gets out of the way. Ball 1 inner half. A wild left-hander. Nick Touchstone, 6'5", 220 from Florida. The 1-0 is on the outside corner, 1-1. He's from Niceville, Florida. I couldn't make that up if I tried. I have a friend from Pleasantville. I couldn't make that up if I tried either. The 1-1 to Cornejo is low. I guess that's the thing about being a real estate agent. You get to make up some cool names for neighborhoods. 23 years old, and the 2-1 to Cornejo. Outside corner, 2-2. An 18th round draft pick in 2002. He spent some time with Rancho Cucamonga last year, just 3 1/3 innings. It was a short stay in the Cal League. He spent most of the year with Cedar Rapids. 2-2 is fouled off into the screen. Cornejo was under a fastball up in the zone. Cornejo generally uses the middle of the field, center field to left center. Slight right-handed hitter. Very good back control for Eddie Cornejo. Touchstone works out of the stretch. The 2-2 is punched down the left field line, slicing away. Foul. That's where Cornejo likes to work. Scout described it as a 5.5 hitter. That's the hole between third and shortstop. Third baseman, number 5. Shortstop, 6. So he's a 5.5 hitter. That's where he likes to hit the ball. Hitting .254 for the year, .319 on base, .287 slugging. 4 doubles, his only extra base hit. The 2-2. Curved ball, he bends out of the way, and it misses in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count full to Cornejo leading off the bottom of the 7th. 8 attendance tonight, 2,734. 3-2. High ball 4. And Cornejo earns a leadoff walk in the 7th. So the Ports have the leadoff man on for the 2nd consecutive inning against Nick Touchstone. And for the 2nd consecutive inning, it comes via a walk. He walks Suzuki and Appert to start the 6th. But McCurdy grounded into a double play, and Winslow flared one to second, and that ended the Ports' threat. Majewski will try to get the Ports a little further into a rally here. It's Majewski having a good evening. Very dialed in against Rodriguez. 2 for 3 with a line drive single and a line drive double. Left-handed hitter takes up high, ball 1. He had an 11-pitch at bat in the first, and I think that was just crucial. He saw everything that Rodriguez had to offer in that early at bat and just knew that there was nothing Rodriguez could do against him, and he hit a couple balls hard after that. He waits on the 1-0, but before that a thrower to first base, a little bit high, but Remolay able to go high and make the catch himself. Majewski, after a 2-home run night last night, 2 for 3 tonight, hitting .381 in his last 5, 8 for 21. The 1-0, that's a strike at the knees, 1-1. A little bit of an off-speed pitch as it ran away from Majewski. 1 ball, 1 strike. 10 runs on 8 hits for the Quakes. 5 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for the Ports. Bottom of the 7th, the runner at first. The 1-1 breaking pitch. That's the big curveball. That's strike 2. Touchstone was not able to throw that for strikes in his first inning of work, and now drops one in on Majewski, 1-2. Left-hander to left-hander. Majewski's hitting .239 against the lefties this year. The 1-2 curveball, high, 2-2. That's got a lot of break to it. 6 doubles and 2 home runs. .349 on base. .408 slugging against lefties. He's handled the righties a lot better. Slugging .556 against right-handers. 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. After a couple breaking pitches, Touchstone had the fear of the off-speed in Majewski and was able to blow the fastball by him up. That's Majewski's second strikeout tonight, and the 70th time he has struck out this year. That leaves the Ports. 1 out and a runner at first. That's Cornejo, and Danny Putnam, 1 for 3, will come to the plate. Touchstone home to the left-hand hitting Putnam. Line drive into center field. That's a base hit. To it in center field, Rosario, and he boots it. Everybody's going to pick up a base. Cornejo to third, Putnam to second, and they will stop there as Wood recovers the ball on the infield. A single for Putnam, and then an error on the center fielder, Rosario. The Ports have 2 in scoring position. In the 7th. Putnam hit that ball very hard. Up the middle. He's hit 2 balls hard tonight. An RBI single in the 5th and an RBI right up the middle in the 7th. Putnam entered the day at .299. He'll leave above .300. And we are going to get a pitching change. A new Quakes pitcher coming in tonight. The Ports will try to rattle that hurler as well. 1 out in the 7th. 2 in scoring position. Rancho leads Stockton 10-5. We'll see in a moment.
Chances are you're paying too much for life insurance. So why not make a free phone call right now that could save you up to 50%, maybe even more, on quality term life insurance from Matrix Direct Insurance Services. Whether you're buying life insurance for the first time or cutting back on the cost of an overpriced policy, one free call to Matrix Direct is the simple and affordable way to get the term life insurance you need. Call Matrix Direct today, because chances are you're paying too much for life insurance. Here's the number: 1-800-598-TERM. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation. Call Matrix Direct now. 1-800-598-TERM. 1-800-598-TERM. That's 1-800-598-TERM. Miss, you seem like you're enjoying yourself here at Arroyo's Cafe. What are you having? That dish looks just excellent.
Oh, I'm having Arroyo's delicious chile relleno.
Oh, here's another one over at this other table. Sir, I see that you're dining here at Arroyo's Cafe. What are you having?
I'm having a delicious Arroyo's taquitos.
These people are happy people. You'd like to be happy. Arroyo's Cafe in Stockton is the place for authentic Mexican cuisine. 2381 West March Lane in Stockton. You're listening to Stockton Ports Baseball on 1420 AM KSTN.
Nick Touchstone, an inning in the third, 1 hit, no runs yet, 3 walks and 1 strikeout. He leaves with runners at second and third, Putnam at second, Cornejo at third. 1 out of the bottom of the 7th. The Ports looking to cut into this 5-run Rancho Cucamonga lead. And Vasily Spanos will do his best. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the 5th. He's walked twice in the 1st and 3rd. So Spanos gets to put the ball in play. Right-handed batter, bat thump on the back shoulder. Thump again. And the right-hander home, strike with a fastball. The new pitcher is David Austin, 6'1", 185 from Coconut Creek, Florida. A month ago, he turned 24. A 15th-round draft pick in 2003. Front leg straight, the 0-1 to Spanos is a tight breaking pitch outside, 1-1. That was a little slider. A nice tight break to it, and it was outside, 1-1 to Spanos. Each team a grand slam in the first as the Quakes went up 6-4 over the Ports. Stockton got back within a run in the 5th, 1 run in the bottom half. The 1-1 to Spanos outside, 2-1. 6-5 after 5. And then the Quakes 4 more in the 6th to chase Brad Ziegler from the ball game. And that is where we stand now. As Rancho up 10-5 over the Ports. Stockton with runners in scoring position, 1 out in the 7th. Wilson sets up away. The 2-1 to Spanos fell right back into the screen. 2-2. He lunged for it, and that was out away from him. That's where Spanos likes the baseball. Likes to get those big arms extended. He was a 2-time All Big Ten performer, and he was an Indiana Hoosier. Waits on the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That was a fastball in on his hands. His second strikeout of the ball game. And now 2 outs in the 7th. Big spot and a good job by Austin to come in and throw strikes. So now base hit necessary for Barton to get some runners home. Austin 2-2, a 1.83 ERA with 4 saves. 39 in the 3rd innings pitched. 33 strikeouts against just 13 walks. So a strikeout to walk ratio of basically 2.5, which is pretty good. 31 hits, the league hitting just .215 against him. Barton from the left side, right-hander Austin home. Fastball paints the outside black, 0-1. Left-handers are hitting .269 against Austin, much better than the 169 the righties do against him. The 0-1, Barton takes in the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. Austin comes in and faces the only right-handed part of the lineup for the most part. Spanos and Suzuki sandwiched around Barton. So 2 of the first 3 batters he is scheduled to face from the right side. But Barton, the lone lefty, trying to do some damage. Count 1-1. Putnam at second, Cornejo at third. Austin kicks. Line drive into left off the end of the bat. Falling quickly. Polly in after it. On the run, makes the grab. So Barton and the Ports retired in the 7th. For Stockton, no runs. 1 base hit. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. End of 7th. Quakes 10, Ports 5. We'll be right back.
I live for you, I feed your cat, I fold your undies at the laundromat. Unless you want me to have them dry clean, I get paid for that. I'm winning the bed, cause I'm winning your head. I'm giving you all my time, but this Dr. Pepper is mine. I'm a risk-based forget it. This Dr. Pepper is mine. 1 taste and you get it. Oh baby, this Dr. Pepper is mine.
Chase Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Stockton Ports Baseball. Come out and cheer on your Ports at the inaugural season of Banner Island Ballpark. From San Francisco to Sacramento, Oakland to Stockton, Chase Chevrolet is 100% California. Chase Chevrolet on Holman Road on Highway 99 at Hammer Lane in Stockton. Call 1-877-YES-CHEVY or visit us at ChaseChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, an American revolution. Chase Chevrolet. Buy into it.
Taking care of a family can be tough, but smelly, cloudy, bad-tasting drinking water, that's not something we had to live with or cook with. So I called my Culligan man. He tested my water for free and explained my options to fix the problem. It was that easy. So put your mind at ease. For clear, delicious water, just say, hey, Culligan man.
Brought to you by Icings Culligan Water, the official water of Banner Island Ballpark.
Dealer participation may vary. Contaminants may not be in your water. Expires October 31st.
After tonight's game, call in your favorite song or dedication. 948-1420. It's Dave Diamond till midnight on 1420 AM KSTN.
Tonight's wine of the game is Woodbridge by Robert Mondavi Syrah. Woodbridge has been a local tradition for more than 25 years and is one of America's best-selling wines. And one taste of this great wine will tell you why. I may not know a lot about wine, but I can tell you that Woodbridge Syrah is delicious. And Woodbridge is the official wine sponsor of the new Stockton Ports Banner Island Ballpark. Next time you're enjoying a Ports game, enjoy a great-tasting glass of Woodbridge wine. And remember, Woodbridge is right in our own backyard. The Woodbridge Visitor Center is up the road in Lodi, California's greatest wine country. The Woodbridge Visitor Center has 2 free tours every day, and we'll show you how they make great wine according to their small winery traditions in a modern state-of-the-art facility. Drucker home. First pitch swung on, fouled back by Balcom, 0-1. They're open every day from 10:30 to 4:30 and have free tastings at the Tastings Bar and a great reef tail gift shop, too. So next time you're in Lodi, stop by the Woodbridge Visitor Center at 5950 East Woodbridge Road. The 0-1 from Drucker is low, 1-1. Or call for more information, 365-2839, and tell Woodbridge the Stockton Ports sent you. Balcom, Reyes, Rosario, the bottom third of the order here in the top of the 8th. Breaking pitch, grounded down to Spanos, backs up on the big chopper, sets, fires low to Barton at first base, but he picks it over his shoelaces. Balcom retired on the third pitch of the at-bat. Drucker's given up 1 run, and this is second full inning of work. He came on for Ziegler after Ziegler couldn't get through the 6th. Ziegler threw 90 pitches tonight, and now gets the number 8 hitter, Ivan Reyes. Reyes is 1 for 2. Drucker set, the right-hander home. Lifted high in the air to right center field. Majewski drifting under it, still drifting, makes the grab deep into right center. And Reyes, first pitch swinging, flies out. He falls to 1 for 3. Drucker's needed just 4 pitches to get the first 2 outs in the 8th. Top of the 8th, and the Quakes lead the Port 10-5. And center fielder Anderson Rosario will try his hand. He's 0 for 3 tonight, 2 strikeouts, and a ground out. Hasn't gotten out of the infield yet. Swung on and missed at a sinking fastball from Drucker, 0-1. Rosario, just 6 for his first 45 as a member of the Quakes. That's a 133 average. The 0-1, fastball, thigh high, 0-2. 1 walk, 1 double. His only accessories to that 133 batting average. Behind 0-2. 17 strikeouts. The 0-2, strike 3. That'll make it now 20 in 49 at-bats for Rosario as Drucker gets the side in order in the 8th. 3 pitches, Rosario rung up. We'll see you in the bottom half. The Quakes lead the Ports 10-5. You'll see Ports baseball on 1420 KSTN or online at www.stocktonports.com.
If you're new in town and will be staying for a while or just need to get away for a couple days, stay at the Best Value Inn in Stockton. They have 65 cozy, comfortable rooms, satellite TV with HBO, in-room hairdryers and micro fridge, plus free continental breakfast. Best Value Inn also has jacuzzi rooms available. Call 466-7777. That's 466-7777. When you're in town, stay at the Best Value Inn, 1707 Fremont Street, just off I-5 in Stockton.
Amador Screen Arts and Graphics does good work. I've seen it. Amador Screen Arts and Graphics. Custom screen printing on T-shirts, jackets, caps, and sportswear. Amador specializes in contract printing and graphic design for your school, club, or maybe special event. Call 941-0112. That's 941-0112. Amador Screen Arts and Graphics. 2169 East Fremont Street in Stockton. Amador does good work. No, wait a second. Excellent work. You're listening to Stockton Ports Baseball on 1420 AM KSTN.
Kurt Suzuki made himself a candidate for our Toyota Town Driver of the Game with a grand slam in the bottom of the first. Toyota Town of Stockton, the Central Valley's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Stop by on Hammer Lane in Stockton or visit www.toyotastockton.com. But LaPorte's offense has been relatively quiet since that time. Just one run in the fifth. They had a golden opportunity in the sixth with runners at first and second and nobody out. They couldn't do anything against Nick Touchstone. And now we're off to the bottom of the eighth. It'll be Kurt Suzuki, Luke Appert, and John McCurdy. Suzuki 1 for 2, that grand slam in the first. He popped out to first in the third, and he reached on a walk to begin the sixth, so he's having a productive evening. A right-handed hitting catcher. Suzuki 6 feet 200 from Wailuki, Hawaii. But there's actually a A's affiliate. They catch the A's broadcast that originate on KFRC in the Bay Area. And Kurt Suzuki's taped a liner and says, hey, Kurt Suzuki, you're listening to A's baseball on his Hawaiian affiliate. Sort of a minor celebrity in the town of Wailuki, I'm told. We'll start things off against the right-hander, David Austin. Strike one with a fastball, inner half. 10-5, Quakes lead the Ports. The 0-1 to Suzuki, grounded towards shortstop. Wood waits on the roller. Sets quickly, and a quick release, very quick release, gets Suzuki at first base. Scouts will talk about a player's actions, basically how smooth he looks. Wood looks pretty smooth at shortstop. But the highest praise the scout can give is pure shortstop actions, and Wood just might have them. Appert, the DH, 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. He struck out looking in the first. 1 for 4 last night with a walk. Austin winds and misses inside. Ball 1 to Luke Appert. Appert has drawn 42 walks this year. That trails only Daric Barton on the Ports. He and Barton, more walks than strikeouts, and that misses on the 1-1. That was a strike. Appert was tucking his hands to get out of the way. That ball was about 4 inches from his belt buckle and was called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside, I think, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out and nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning. Appert looking for his first hit of the evening. That ball is high, 3-1. That was a fastball that Austin missed with, and now behind Appert, 3-1. Appert's got 7 home runs. This is a Ports offense that has got going recently. Stockton up to 270 team batting average. Swung on and missed 3-2. They scored 383 runs this year. In the middle of the pack in that category. Just like their batting average. 3-2, fouled straight back. The team batting average rose 4 points with their 21 hits last night. That's hard to do even at this point in the season. Three balls, 2 strikes. Appert waits from the left side. Here comes Austin, the right-hander. Line drive over first base. Fair ball into right field. Skidding towards the wall. Appert around first with a full head of steam. Walks 2. The throw will come in pretty slowly as Johnson has a tough time digging that out of the right field corner. Luke Appert, a 1-out double in the 8th. He'll be in scoring position for John McCurdy. McCurdy hasn't got the ball out of the infield tonight. He's grounded twice to his shortstop counterpart, Wood. He also struck out in the first. 6'2", 195 from Crofton, Maryland. A first-round pick in 2002. That's the one that's been dubbed the Moneyball draft, thanks to Michael Lewis's best-selling book. Wilson sets up in. Austin grounded to third. Appert hung up between second and third. Wood looks at him, and instead of throwing, will just tag out Luke Appert. The Ports give away their second out of the evening on the bases. Perez was caught stealing early in the ballgame, and Appert down 5 in the 8th inning. That's a base running mistake you really can't afford. You just got to, as you're at second and you're not being forced, the ball's on the ground, you got to make sure that ball gets through before you try to go second to third. Second base reads are certainly one of the things that the team works on. Now Winslow, 0 for 2. Fouls it into the screen. Twice Winslow has hit it to second base. He's grounded out in the fourth, and he flared one there in the sixth. So Stacia would do well to stay alert here. McCurdy at first. 2 outs, bottom of the eighth. 10-5, Quakes lead the Ports. Off his hands, right to the pitcher, broken bat, that the eighth. Stockton Ports in the eighth inning go quietly. No runs. 1 base hit. Appert eliminated on the bases. 1 man left. End of 8 from Banner Island Ballpark. Quakes lead the Ports by 5, and we'll be right back for the ninth.
Lucas Business Systems has been delivering results to businesses in California's Central Valley since 1904. Lucas Business Systems personalizes solutions to meet the individual needs of their customers, from the small office to the multi-user organizations, using the Konica Minolta BizHub product line of multifunctional copiers and printers. They provide your office with advanced document imaging and management solutions. Lucas Business Systems is proud to be the official technology provider of the Stockton Ports and wishes the team the best in their new home, Banner Island Ballpark, with their new affiliate, the Oakland A's.
You've heard about it, you've read about it, and you probably know someone who's had it done. See how you can have a life without dependence on glasses or contacts with laser vision surgery from Heritage Eye. Call 932-0220 now for your free educational screening. Don't waste another minute with the hassle of glasses or contacts. Call Heritage Eye today at 932-0220 for your free educational screening and see for yourself the miracle of LASIK with Heritage Eye, Stockton's premier LASIK facility. That's 932-0220.
You are a microscopic water impurity traveling towards the kitchen faucet, then to the glass waiting below. You are virtually undetectable. You are invincible. You are about to be stopped. The Culligan Good Water Machine. The home water filter that reduces impurities as small as an atom. Great tasting water only by saying, "Hey, Culligan man."
Brought to you by Icings, Culligan Water, the official water of Banner Island Ballpark.
Listen to Metro Traffic Updates Monday through Friday at 6, 7, and 8 a.m. and 4 and 5 p.m. on 1420 a.m. KSTN.
Toby Hod at Banner Island Ballpark. Justin Crowder, the new Ports pitcher, trying to give Stockton a lift. If you need a lift, try Mike's Towing. 24-hour roadside assistance, AAA certified. 466-4953. Your number for Mike's Towing. Locally owned and operated, trusted in the Stockton community for 40 years. Final line on Scott Drucker, 2 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3, and he leaves with the Ports down 10-5. As Justin Crowder will try his hand, and Crowder will be using his left one. He's a southpaw out of Texas. Left Rice to pursue his professional baseball career. 6 feet 195 for Justin Crowder out of Louisville, Texas. An 11th round pick in 2002. He last threw against San Jose in the first game of that set. And he misses low, ball 1 to Stacia. Top of the order, Stacia, Wood, and Polly in the ninth, with the Quakes up 10-5 over Stockton. Change up low, 2 balls and no strikes. For Crowder, fastball, curveball, and change, not overpowering. The 2-0. Hard towards Spanos, 1 hop, picked cleanly at third. Takes time to lob the ball to Barton at first. As Stacia retired, that was a good, clean pick by Spanos as he showed good hands on that hard 1 hopper. Stacia hit that hard right to Spanos. And now Brandon Wood. Brandon Wood tonight has hit 2 balls very hard. A line drive home run in the first, a line drive to center field in the sixth. He's got 3 runs driven in. Crowder kicks, left-hander home. Wood takes outside corner, fastball, strike 1. When Wood hasn't been hitting the ball hard, he's been swinging hard and missing. Strikeout in the second, strikeout in the fifth. The 0-1, that's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. I think Crowder missed with the changeup there. Brandon Wood leads the Cal League in extra base hits. He's got 47. or had 47 coming into the night. He's got a home run. He's up to 48. Flails at a curveball, 1-2. On the other hand, Wood, a fair number of strikeouts, 59 strikeouts in 65 ball games entering this evening's action. And the 1-2. Lunges for it, hits it high in the air to left. Putnam on the move to the warning track into left center field. One step in front of the wall, makes the grab. Wood looked badly fooled on that, and he still put enough of a swing on it to put it on the middle of the warning track. He has got some serious bat speed, and now Polly with 2 outs and nobody on in the 9th. Matt Polly 0 for 4 tonight. A strikeout, 2 groundouts, and a flyout to right. Crowder home to the lefty, and that's a strike. 0-1. Left-hander to left-hander. Crowder has often been used as a situational lefty. The 0-1 is low. But he's also been getting guys out, so he's been earning longer appearances, often to left-handed heavy parts of the lineup, to take advantage of the fact that he is the only left-hander in the Ports bullpen. That's a strike on the inner half, 1-2. The lefty's now hitting .275 against Crowder. He's been one of the more reliable members of the Ports pen. 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called over the heart of the plate. Polly takes it. Crowder gets the side in order in the 9th. And last chance for the Ports, trailing by 5. We'll see you in the bottom of the 9th. Listen to Ports Baseball on 1420 KSTN or online at www.stocktonports.com.
If your debt is out of control and you're buried with credit card bills, there's a secret you should know. Debt Relief of America can eliminate up to 75% of your credit card debt. That means principal and interest gone. Here's how it works. Credit card companies don't want the average consumer to know about special policies they have to help them recover on late bills. Debt Relief of America negotiates with the credit card companies on your behalf using these secret programs so that you can eliminate up to 75% of your debt. This is more than just a reduction in interest. This means your credit card bills are gone. They do all the work for you so you get the best possible settlement. Eliminate your late fees and avoid the stigma that comes from going bankrupt. Call now for your free, no-obligation professional debt relief consultation. Call for free information now. 800-499-4351. 800-499-4351. Wipe your debt clean. Call 800-499-4351.
All the games are broadcast right here. Your home for Stockton Ports Baseball. 1420 AM. KSTN.
Quakes lead the Ports by 5. And they have gone to Frederic, the Loizoga, Carney. 6'3", 215 out of Norwalk, Connecticut. A 33rd round draft pick last year. Spent the year with Provo. 1-1, 5.10 ERA. 30 innings, 33 hits allowed. 19 runs, 17 earned. He struck out 25 and walked 10. As the Loizoga Carney, without a decision in the Cal League, 6.23 ERA. Just 4 1/3 innings. He's given up 5 hits and 3 runs. They've all been earned. 3 walks against 3 strikeouts, so not a lot of information there. A big right-handed pitcher will work to 9-1-2 in the Ports order. Cornejo, Mayeski, Putnam. If anyone gets on, Spanos and Barton, Suzuki are working just behind. Don't forget tomorrow, fireworks presented by Jackson Rancho Rio. Launch of ball follows the ball game on Boy Scout night. And Sunday, Father's Day, presented by Jack Country 103 and Anheuser-Busch. Pre-game catch with Dad on the field at 12:15. It's Sprint Dollar Sundays. You can stop by Sprint stores to pick up dollar tickets. And our very own winner of a KSTN first pitch promotion, Albert Garibaldi, will be on the field before the ball game. Cornejo's 0 for 2 officially. He waits well. The Loizaga Carney will toss in his final warm-up pitches. He comes in for David Austin, who did a nice job in relief for Rancho. An inning and 2/3 for Austin. He gave up just 1 hit and no runs. Did not walk a batter, and he struck out 1. Corneo walked his last time in the 7th. That was off of the first Rancho reliever, Nick Touchstone. This looked like it might well be a slugfest. The teams combined for 10 runs in the first inning and 3 home runs. Each team had a grand slam. Suzuki for the Ports. Rancho went up 6-4 in the inning and have led the whole way. Corneo takes strike 1 with a fastball. Stockton drew within 1 in the 5th, but then Ziegler couldn't hold it there. 4 runs for the Quakes in the 6th increased Rancho's advantage to 10-5. It stands that way here in the bottom of the 9th. I'm Toby Hyde. You're listening to Ports Baseball on 1420. The 0-1. Corneo takes up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. He can play second base. He can play shortstop. He can play third. His back foot near the plate. His front foot open. The 1-1. Low. 2-1. Corneo, a pretty astute plate eye. 11 walks against 15 strikeouts and 122 at bats. Played last year for the Modesto A's. So he is spending his second year in the Cal League. The wind continues to blow out towards left field. The 2-1 to Corneo. Inner half, 2-2. Especially under 2 strikes, he'll just raise up the arms and get out of the way. The fastball's in. He wants the pitches away. Big right-hander kicks, and home up high, 3-2. Frederic Zerwiza Carney wears number 38. 22 years old, 6'3", 215. Payoff to Corneo, leading off the 9th. Check swing low, ball 4. Corneo has drawn his second walk of the evening. And the Ports have a base runner down 5 to begin the 9th. Dustin Majewski, who's had a fine evening, will try his hand. Majewski 2 for 4 with a single, a double, 2 runs scored. He's also struck out twice. He was 3 for 6 last night. You include tonight, he's now 5 for his last 10. With 3 extra base hits, 2 home runs and a double. So he's been seeing the ball well the last few nights. From the left side, the right-hander home, and it's up high off the catcher's mitt towards the backstop. Corneo trots up to second. Useful for the Ports, and that takes away the double play possibility. Down 5, Stockton's going to string together a whole bunch of base hits. Corneo got it started with a walk here in the bottom of the 9th. This is the beginning of a 3-game series. The Quakes against the Ports. Stockton a game over 500 in June, 8-7. A long set, the 1-0. High, 2 balls and no strikes to Majewski. Stockton does not yet have a come-from-behind victory in the 9th. They've got some come-from-behind victories in the 8th inning and some in the 7th. They've won ball games in extra innings as well here at Banner Island Ballpark. The 2-0, strike, 2-1 to Majewski. They're looking for their first victory when trailing after 8. 0-24 this year. Waiting on the 2-1 is Majewski. Strike. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ports need a couple more base runners just to get the tying run to the plate. Majewski leading off tonight, and he takes on the outside corner, called third strike. Majewski's 3rd strikeout of the ball game, and the first one looking. And after that strikeout, he banged the barrel of his bat against his cleat in frustration. I think more annoyed with himself than with the call. Can't afford to leave it up to the umpire on 2 strikes. 1 out in the 9th with Corneo at second after the wild pitch. Danny Putnam now, 2 for 4, will stand in from the left side. Putnam an RBI single in the 5th and a line drive single to center in the 7th. Shy of 6 feet, solidly built. Takes strike 1, outer half. Struck out and flat out his first two, hit the ball hard his last two at bats. This is one of the heavier bats on the team. Putnam 9 home runs. That trails only Majewski on the ports. Waiting on the 0-1. High, 1 ball and 1 strike. Majewski's got 13. He leads Stockton. Putnam's got 9. Facilities Spanos, Luke Appert, and Daric Barton each have 7 home runs. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Quakes 10, Ports 5, bottom of the 9th. Putnam takes fastball low. 2-1. That one was not so far off that spot that Majewski took the called third strike. Very similar spot. But it was ball to Putnam, 2-1. The outfield straight away and deep. High, 3-1. Rancho is led by Bob Zimmerman in terms of saves. He's got 6, but he is 4-11 with a 7.78 ERA. 3 balls and 1 strike to Putnam. The Quakes lead by 5 here in the bottom of the 9th. The 3-1, high ball 4. That wasn't particularly close as Eliza Carney walks a pair. The Ports still need 3 more base runners just to bring 2 more base runners just to bring the tying run to the plate. They need 3 more men to get on to put the tying run on base. The Rancho bullpen is quiet. Runners at first and second for Vasily Spanos. If Spanos and Barton were to get on, Suzuki would be the tying run. Of course, Spanos and Barton would have to get on to make that possibility. Spanos has walked twice and struck out twice. Walked the first 2 times, struck out the last 2. Takes inside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. That's to put the ball in play. Waiting on the 1-0. Swung on and missed at a fastball up, 1-1. Spanos hitting .304, .413 on base. .513 slugging. Second on the team in slugging. 19 doubles leads the Ports. 4 triples. Tied for the team lead. The 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1. That was a fastball in the dirt. And Wilson did well to keep it in front of him. 2-1 the count to Spanos. 46 driven in. That's second on the Ports to Danny Putnam's 55. Vasily waits on the 2-1. Hit hard into right field, holding his ground. Johnson to the wall. Backpedaling, twisting. It's over his head and 1 hop to the wall. Spanos rumbles around first. He's confused. Pulling slowly into second. Coming on home, Corneo. An RBI double for Vasily Spanos. And Stockton's plated a run here in the 9th. It's now a 10-6 ball game. I'm not so sure why Spanos was running so slowly between first and second. I wonder if he didn't think that ball bounced over the wall. Because it really looked like he slowed up somewhere between first and second. Well, the Ports will certainly take that result. Spanos knew on 2-1. Pitcher didn't want to fall behind him 3-1. He got something out away from him and he hit it hard to right. That's his 20th double. That still leads the Ports. And he's up in the top 10 in the league. Putnam advances to third. Corneo comes home to score. It's now a 10-6 ball game. Stockton 2 in scoring position for Daric Barton. And again, we've talked about this before. When you're trailing in the 9th, you just want to get the tying run to the plate. Take it off and bite it into little pieces. Barton's 0 for 3 tonight with a walk and a run scored in the first in front of a Suzuki grand slam. Runners at second and third. Putnam at third. Spanos at second. Right-hander home, fastball up high, ball 1 to Daric Barton. Barton, a very patient hitter. We've talked about this before on Ports Broadcast. He's not going to expand his zone. For the right-hander, Eliza Carney, who's shown himself to be a little bit wild here in the 9th. Barton asks for time. Crazy George beats on the drum. 1 ball and no strikes. That took 1 at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike to Daric Barton. Hitless tonight, 0 for 3. He hit a ball very high in the third to the warning track. Serious power, even though it was caught. Waiting on the 1-1. Up high, 2-1. When DeWiza Carney's missing, he's not missing close either. Those are two pitches to Barton that were at helmet level or higher. And Barton, a guy who really prefers to hit against guys who are around the strike zone. It makes him much more comfortable to know that each pitch he sees is going to be somewhere close to hittable. He waits on the 2-1. Lunges for it and swings and misses strike 2. 2-2. Barton becomes a big batter here, with the Ports down 10-6. He gets on. The Ports bring the tying run to the plate with just 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He lunged for that one away from him. Here's the 2-2. Outside ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's 3 pitches in a very similar spot. Majewski took it for a called third strike. Putnam took it low to go to 2-1. And Barton took it to go to 3-2. So the count is full with 1 out. Runners at second and third. Lunges for it and lifts it foul off the left side. That was a fastball he was late on. That was very much a 2-strike swing, a protection swing. A good pitch, sinking out of the zone, and Barton did well just to get rid of it. A tremendous 2-strike approach. Daric Barton seems like he gets an awful lot of his base hits on 2 strikes. He waits on the second 3-2. Ground ball right side to second Stacia. Beats it up and short throw to first to retire Daric Barton. Danny Putnam comes in to score. Vasily Spanos crosses over to third. It's now a 10-7 ball game with a runner at third and 2 outs in the ninth. There is a little bit of movement in the Rancho bullpen, and that would clearly intensify if Suzuki got on, and then Abbott would come up as the tying run. Sports now needs to string together 2 out hits. Suzuki 1 for 3 tonight. A grand slam, his first of the year in the first inning. A walk in the sixth. 1 for 3. Spins out of the way. Ball 1. That was not far from hitting him. Had he been hit, Abbott would come up as the tying run. 1-0. On the other hand, that fastball looked like it was coming pretty good, so you don't want to get hit by a sphere at 90 miles an hour. The 1-0. Inside corner, 1-1. DeWiza Carney took something off and got it over that time. His name is spelled in a different font size than everyone else is on the roster. It's too long to fit onto the same line. DeWiza Carney. The 1-1 inside. Suzuki again spins out of the way. 2-1. That's 2 pitches from DeWiza Carney that Suzuki had to spin out of the way of. Suzuki's been hit by a pitch 7 times. That's second on the Ports, trailing only Vasily Spanos, who's been plunked 10. Waiting on the 2-1 is bat high. Swung on and off the end of the bat, foul, straight back 2-2. The Ports now down to their final strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 10-7 Quakes in the ninth. The Ports offense getting going here in the bottom of the ninth. Their first 2 runs since 1 run in the fifth. Carney set. The 2-2. Swung on and dribbled weakly, foul, straight back into the screen. Fireworks here tomorrow. Sprint Dollar Sundays, firework. And Father's Day. Special promotions on Sunday. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Suzuki, trying to prolong this Friday night ball game. Big Valley Ford, Mitchell and Ness giveaway night. The catcher Wilson sets up away. The 2-2. Grounded third base side, charging and picking the short hop Reyes. Sets, fires, gets Suzuki at first. And that's the ball game. As for the Ports in the ninth, they get 2 runs back, but it's not enough. They fall 3 short tonight. 2 runs, 1 base hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Your final score, the Quakes 10 and the Ports 7. We'll see you in a moment on 1420 KSTN, our identifier Toyota Town driver of the game. Give you a complete wrap-up on the Coors Light postgame show. Bob Green will be along with a player of the game interview and much more. So we'll see you in just a little bit on the Coors Light postgame show.
You're listening to Stockton Ports Baseball on 1420 AM KSTN. Stockton.
This baseball season, American Medical Response is proud to be a sponsor of the Stockton Ports. For over 30 years, their team has been providing emergency medical care to citizens and residents of San Joaquin County. And as a trusted and valued community partner, they would like to thank both the Stockton Ports and the local area for their continued support. Here's to a record-breaking season for the Ports from everyone at American Medical Response, San Joaquin County, saving lives every day.
Join Roaring Camp as they celebrate 60 years of Thomas and Friends as Thomas the Tank Engine rolls into Roaring Camp for a day out with Thomas at his only Northern California appearance, July 29th, 30th, 31st, August 5th, 6th, and 7th. Thomas the Tank Engine will be taking his friends and their families on a 25-minute train ride through the Big Trees Grove. It's all part of a full day of family fun that includes Thomas and Friends storytelling, videos, and lots of other fun activities. And, of course, you want to meet Sir Topham Hatt, too. To reserve your tickets for a day out with Thomas, call 866-468-7630 or visit RoaringCamp.com. Tickets to ride at a day out with Thomas are only $16 for adults and children ages 2 and up, plus a $2.50 service fee. And because of limited seating, reservations are required, so reserve your tickets today by calling 866-468-7630 or visit RoaringCamp.com. This summer, give your child or grandchild a day out with Thomas they'll never forget at Roaring Camp Railroads in Felton. Roaring Camp, it's where childhood memories come to life.
KFTN Stockton, home of Stockton Ports Baseball, presenting the Ports postgame show with Toby Hyde. Brought to you by Coors Light. When it comes to beer, Coors Light has refreshment down cold, brewed cold in the Rocky Mountains. Coors Light, the coldest tasting beer in the world.
Welcome back to Banner Allen Ballpark. Toby Hyde with you on the Coors Light postgame show. As the Quakes 10 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error tonight. The Stockton Ports 7 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error as well. As the Quakes victorious in the opener of this series and in the first meeting between these two teams this year. They'll play 2 more in this series. That concludes the first half of the California League season. The Ports begin the second half on Monday at Inland Empire in San Bernardino. The win for Rafael Rodriguez. He fights through 5 innings and wins his first Cal League start. He improves to 1-0. The loss for Brad Ziegler. He falls to 5-5 as he goes 5 1/3. Gives up 5 hits and 9 runs. 5 of them earned. He walked 2 and struck out 6. Only 5 hits led to 9 runs, and part of that has to do with the fact that 3 of those 5 hits were home runs. Without further ado, we'll get you going into the highlights of this ball game. And the scoring started early. Started actually on the 7th pitch of the ball game. For the Quakes. Hanley Stacia began the first inning with a single up the middle. Brandon Wood drilled a home run to left. And that put the Quakes up 2-0. Ziegler seemed to settle down. He struck out Pauley. He got Wilson to ground out. 3 unassisted. Well, then he walked Remolay. We're in the first inning, and he hit Ben Johnson. 2 outs and 2 on, and Ziegler needed a little help. He got a bouncing ball towards third. Spanos couldn't pick the do or die. Short hop, and Ziegler had the bases loaded with 2 outs. A long at bat to Ivan Reyes resulted. And Reyes put the Quakes out in front, 6-0 in the first. Ziegler's 3-2, runners all moving, high in the air, deep to left, Putnam on the move, at the warning track, at the wall looking up, that's over the monster wall, a grand slam for Ivan Reyes, and the Quakes lead 6-0. Not a good beginning for Brad Ziegler, but the Ports would fight back in the bottom of the first. It started with Majewski singling hard up the middle. He got the whole thing started. He saw 11 pitches at the at-bat. Spanos walked and Barton walked in with 1 out. That brought up Kurt Suzuki. And Suzuki said, Reyes, I see you. I can do that as well. This our Toyota Town drive of the game. Toyota Town of Stockton, the Central Valley's #1 volume Toyota dealer. 1-2. Suzuki hits this well in the air to left field. And it's deep on the dead run. The center fielder looking up at the wall. That's out of here. A grand slam for Kurt Suzuki in the 6-4 ball game. Rosario looked up and didn't have a play at the wall. Hoping at to the last he would have a chance. But that's... So, 6-4 after 1, the teams exchanged grand slams. Stockton would draw within a run in the 5th. Majewski doubled, and Danny Putnam followed. This was the closest the Ports would get all night.
Checks the runner, he kicks, the pitch, swung on and drilled out. He threw into right field for a base hit. Stevenson is rounding. Majewski at home, play at the plate. He slides, and he's safe. Very close play there on excellent throw by right fielder Ben Johnson. And Majewski with a good slide to the outer half of the plate. The throw was a little on the first base side of the bag. Danny Putnam with an RBI single makes this a one-run ball game. Putnam advances second base on the...
So Danny Putnam an RBI single in the 5th, and Stockton was within a run in the frame. However, Ziegler was unable to get through the 6th unscathed. He walked Wilson. Remolay, a double put runners at second and third. Johnson brought home with a sacrifice fly. And then Balcom on the 90th pitch of the night from Brad Ziegler made sure that it would be the last that Ziegler would throw.
Ziegler pitching from the stretch to infield is in. The first pitch is lifted high to left center field. Majewski going back. That ball is deep at the wall, and that is gone. A 2-run home run for Blake Balcom. And all of a sudden, the Quakes have turned this into a 4-run game.
Rancho would add one more run in the 6th. Reyes walked against reliever Scott Drucker, who came in following Ziegler. Stacia singled, and Wood singled hard up the middle to drive home Reyes. That made the score 10-5. The Board's offense was silent from the 5th to the 9th. They had a rally going in the 9th. Corneo walked. Majewski struck out. Putnam walked. Vasily Spanos doubled to right field. That brought home a run. And the Ports needed either Barton or Suzuki to get on base to bring the tying run to the bat. Both of those gentlemen grounded out. And your final score tonight, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes 10, the Stockton Ports 7. We'll be right back with Bob Green and our player of the game interview in just a moment. As you're listening to the Coors Light postgame show on 1420 KSTN or online at www.stocktonports.com.
Garibaldi's Restaurant has an incredible menu that is sure to satisfy your appetite. Serving a variety of your favorite Mexican and American dishes and a delicious lunch buffet Monday through Friday from 11 to 2 p.m., including Garibaldi's world-famous ribs. Call 463-9044. That's 463-9044. Garibaldi's Restaurant, 1675 East Mariposa Road in Stockton. Stop by soon.
Win a free business lunch. KSTN gives you a chance to win a business lunch to the Old Spaghetti Factory in Stockton for up to 10 people. The winner and up to 9 co-workers and guests will enjoy a delicious lunch. Spaghetti with a variety of sauces, lasagna, chicken cacciatore, manicotti, and Mediterranean seafood fettuccine are just a few of the items on the Old Spaghetti Factory's fantastic menu. Plus, the Old Spaghetti Factory has great sandwiches and delicious desserts. Listen weekdays at work between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. for your chance to win a business lunch.
KSTN. The American Lung Association needs volunteers to assist in distributing materials and health fairs and to help with fundraising activities. For more information, you can call 478-1888.
Bob Green here with tonight's Stockton Ports player of the game, and that is Mr. Kurt Suzuki, the catcher, who hit a grand slam in his first at-bat in the first inning. Kurt, talk to me about the at-bat and the pitch that you saw.
Well, curveball held up, and, with 2 strikes, I also look at just 2 months with it, and I guess that's probably the best approach to take. Good for me, anyway, but, it's up, and I put a good swing on it, ran into one, and hit it over left center field.
When you hit it, did you know you had it, or did you think maybe that ball might need a little bit of help?
Well, I hit it good. I mean, usually curveballs or breaking balls that are hung and get hit, they go pretty far. But, I hit it well, and I just started running as hard as I could, and when I started going over the fence, I started to do my trot.
Well, there you go. Now, tonight, that home run got you guys back into the ballgame. It was kind of a weird outing for Brad Ziegler, the guy that was your battery man tonight. The 4 strong innings sandwiched around the 2 tough innings. What was the difference between when he did well and when he was not as successful tonight?
No, I don't think he did anything different, you know. He made good pitches and he just hit the ball well, I guess, you know. He's got good stuff, and he came out tonight, and, you know, he just hit some corners, and, you know, some stuff didn't go his way, but that's the game of baseball. He came out, pitched well, and we just couldn't put a runs up for him.
Tonight was also a night that Crazy George, the resident super fan, came out. I'm sure you heard him a little bit. So what'd you take from him, just behind the plate tonight, listening to him?
It's pretty crazy, you know. He's loud, and it's kind of nice, though, you know. Get some guys that get a little excited for the game, and that's a good thing when you're playing. You know, you need some excitement once in a while, but it was cool.
Well, nice. Well, Kirk, congratulations on being tonight's Stockton Ports Player of the Game.
Thank you very much to Kurt Suzuki to join us on the post-game show, and thank you very much to Bob Green to grab Kurt Suzuki and get him as our guest on the Coors Light post-game show right here at Banner Island Ballpark. As tonight, the Stockton Ports fall 10-7 to the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes at Banner Island Ballpark. The win for Rodriguez, he improves to 1-0 in the Cal League, 6-2 for the year. If you go back and include his Midwest League starts, Ziegler the loss, he falls to 5-5. No save in the ball game. 10 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Rancho Cucamonga with just 2 men left on base. The Quakes very efficient tonight. The Ports 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. It was very important actually, as they left 7 on base. The game was played in 3 hours and 1 minute in front of a paid crowd of 2,734. Tomorrow, fireworks presented by Jackson Rancheria follow the ball game on Boy Scout night here at Banner Island Ballpark. Sunday, Father's Day, Cat Country and Anheuser-Busch present pregame Cats with Dad on the field. Brad Knox tomorrow, opposed by Chris Hunter. Knox 3-2, a 3.98 ERA. Against Chris Hunter, another right-hander, 6-4, 3.87 ERA. Your final again from Banner Island Ballpark: Quakes 10, Ports 7. First pitch tomorrow 7:05. Dr. Pepper pregame at 6:50. Thank you very much to Dave Diamond in the KSTN studios. Thank you very much to Patrick Larson and Bob Green. From the Toyota Town Press Box at Banner Island Ballpark, I'm Toby Hyde. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Stockton Ports postgame show has been brought to you by Coors Light. When it comes to beer, Coors Light has refreshment down cold, brewed cold in the Rocky Mountains. Coors Light, the coldest tasting beer in the world. This game has been brought to you by these champion partners: Black Oak Casino, Big Valley Ford, California Welding Supply, Food for Less, Capital Resource of California, Jackson Rancheria, and Chase Chevrolet. Listen to all the games for the 2005 season on KSTN 1420 AM, your home for Stockton Ports baseball.